choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again.
Our delicious new gingerbread and white chocolate Chatime is available in your choice of milky or frozen iced tea, or made hot, so you can enjoy it any way you like. Chatime, shaking tea up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the grand final of the University League. My name is Proto, and joining me here tonight is going to be none other than the man himself, Spud. Spud, how you doing?
I am doing great. I'm really excited for tonight. We've got some kind of fairy tale stories going into this matchup, so it's going to be exciting to watch. But first, of course, we have to thank our sponsors for making this all possible. A big shout out to Chatime, our iced tea partner, and just look at this. Look at what they sent me. I have bubble tea on stream. Best bubble tea there is out there. Of course, Predator, our gaming PC partner. Make sure you grab one of those to elevate your gaming experience. We have AOC, the best viewing experience there, our monitor partner as well. And, you know, they make sure we can actually see what we're doing when we're playing our video games. Indomie, you know, the best instant noodles out there. They're not, I wouldn't even say they're instant noodles. They're just, you know, quality noodles. So it's not like, you know, your $2 ramen. And finally, of course, RIG, our headset partner, who help us have what it takes to win when we're listening for those enemies' footsteps. But of course, now that sponsors are out of the way, we can go straight to our maps and also our teams.
Well, the maps for this evening, Spud, as we know, the grand final, goes in the way of a best-of-5 series. The map advantage tonight is going to go in favour of RMIT Black, who they went their way through the top side of the bracket. They didn't go down to the second chance bracket. Now, the maps that we do have on show for this evening, first will be Oregon Throwables pick, Villa RMIT's pick, Coast Throwables pick, and Club, you guessed it, RMIT's pick. Now, a little bit of the fairy tale, as you mentioned, Spud. This is going to be the lower bracket versus the upper bracket gaming. Now, Throwables, who were previously knocked down to that second chance bracket by RMIT Black, have clawed their way back up to the top spot, and they want to try and give them a run for their money here in this best-of-5 series. Now, obviously, with RMIT starting on that map advantage, they are going to be one up. So this could be a two-map affair. It could be a little bit longer, but with the maps picked, what are you expecting?
Look, Oregon, we know Monash Throwables do so well on that. That's kind of their map, and they've made a name for themselves on that map. So it's no surprise that that's their first pick. I really expect them to at least take that map for sure. But when we look at the other maps as well, Club is also RMIT Black's kind of, you know, bread and butter. So we've got two maps there, which are really solid picks of both their teams. And it's going to come down to Villa and Coastline where it gets decided, I think.
Definitely. We are going to head straight on into a couple of hands already on starting off. Thatcher, both off the board. From a like Oregon, I will attest. However, Cade to follow up is definitely something that needed to be banned out with both Maverick and Thatcher off the board, unless you wanted to force the Carly pick. However, we already have the call for a game crash, unfortunately, from the sides of the Throwables, so they will hopefully be able to get him back in before we start. Now, the final defense ban, possibly, yep, I was about to say Valkyrie is going to be the one to go. Now, these bans, Spud, having seen Oregon play it out, Flores has made his way through. What are we expecting seeing him now on the playing field as opposed to on the sidelines?
Well, I know Throwables will be really keen to start things off with that Flores. I mean, it's just so great for clearing out those power positions. I'm thinking, the elbow corner on bunker, that's a certain use case for Flores. But there's also, kind of tricks you can do with getting drones underneath, maybe classroom for that second floor attack. So it's going to introduce a lot of versatility, and I'd be really keen to see what kind of parkour Throwables brings out as well, especially knowing that this is their map, their go-to here.
This is definitely one of the Throwables' favourites now. Pika has finally been able to return to the lobby, so he's going to be able to pick his operator out, and hopefully that isn't going to be an omen of what is to come here for Throwables. Possibly RMIT Black to close things out quickly. Now, we have mentioned it before. Obviously, both of the rosters both ways are quite stacked, but if we look at RMIT, Jin from Tyre, Axe Hydra, NDB, Orange Juice, and Vincere from Wildcard. I mean, the names alone from RMIT Black, huge. We've got OCN. We have a mix of OCL, top-tier EVO players. That roster in itself is quite scary, and there is a reason why they have topped the leaderboard this season. But going up against Throwables, who arguably have won a couple of championships in the past, definitely could be able to bring the heat to them this evening.
Yeah, I know we always talk about this kind of storyline, but it is a very interesting storyline. We've got the RMIT Black Stack, who are kind of, the undisputed champions of AEL. They've just won so much. And then we have Throwables, kind of like the upcoming plucky rookies. They managed to win last season, don't get me wrong, but it's really difficult to be always consistently taking out RMIT Black here. And RMIT Black, they have the experience in their pocket. They want to make this a fast game for sure. And Throwables are going to be hanging on with dear life here as they fight claw by claw, tooth and nail to get those rounds on board.
Yeah, that's definitely the case, but it's going to be a very interesting affair between these two teams. It is going to be who can get the lead early on here, I think, with Mirror in play as well. That is going to make things infinitely harder for Throwables, sorry. Making up words as we go. But Mirror is in play, and that is going to be something that Throwables have to take into consideration, albeit they do have the Habana, they do have the Heartbreed charges as well being bought by Skonic. However, I think Habana is going to be the main sort of pick to try and deal with that Mirror utility, but a relatively slow start here, Spud. 40 seconds in, no frags either way, and it seems like Axe might be experiencing a little bit of lag for himself, but he's going to be able to retreat back downstairs as Throwables make their way into Tier 3.
Yeah, it's going to be the classic big tower take down through that bunker, I assume. But it's very interesting. They didn't actually bring that Flores, and this is where I expected them to, actually choose that option. So they've gone for that Twitch and the Zero, which, again, we spoke about countering the Mirror. And I think that's going to help as well, since they kind of read that, the Mirror is going to be in play here.
Stream on the Twitch directly trying to deal with this utility. Obviously now with the infinite zap range, it's going to make things a little bit easier if Washed can find an angle onto that mirror canister from elsewhere. However, being guarded by Vincere, I'd imagine it's going to be relatively difficult, with Axe Hydra finding the first on the Pika as well. That's the Yana now down, and a 5v4 halfway through the round here leaves a lot of time for Throwables to work with. However, finding that refrag onto Axe makes things relatively easier here in a 4v4.
However, Vinny takes up that position. He's still holding close to the pillars, and he's holding that wall angle. So it's going to be very difficult, nevertheless, to push down backstairs. OG Halva has found his way all the way up to kitchen. He's looking for a flank here onto that meeting area as well. If these players aren't careful, they can be taken out. But already dropping down, backstairs is already down. Owen all the way down. NDB is smoked off. He's not going to be able to get a line of sight, but OJ has found his way all the way upstairs. He will be able to cut off any pushes from above, and this flank could be deadly.
Definitely proved to be somewhat of an issue here for Throwables. The position of Orange Juice right now is rather detrimental. However, droned out, they know his position, they know that he's above. They're going to try and get him through the wall, but unfortunately Skonic can't quite find the damage needed to put Orange Juice down, protected by the table, with the cross being held from Owen as well, trying to force him back onto the site, but he swings on round. Oh, Skonic! The takedown. OJ NDB falls inside of 90 though. Owen there to find that kill, and now things very quickly go back in favor of Throwables. It's now all up to Vincere in a 1v3, 1 on low HP. Owen's going to have to get the bomb down, but Skonic's there. Throwables going to walk away with round 1.
Great way to open things up on their own map as well. They've done well for themselves with this attack, pushing through a very, very solid defense lineup. They had the setup, they had the utility, but Throwables managed to get through.
It's very well done. I mean, I genuinely expected RMIT Black to hold on to that a little bit better on the downstairs, but with the mirror in play as well, keep in mind. However, Throwables definitely did well to pick that apart. We did see the Twitch sort of coming in clutch there from Jumpstream, but arguably not enough, unfortunately, there to get rid of all of that utility, albeit the round still goes in favour of Throwables. Some lovely shots from Skonic on the 0 to close things out. So RMIT Black now put on the back foot. They're going to go top floor for the Kids Dorm Storms main, and they're going to see if they can change up the playstyle.
I think something that we didn't talk too much about was that beautiful shot from Skonix. I mean, of course, it was a beautiful shot, but the placement there, taking out OJ on the flank was really, really important. If OJ had won that fight and had been able to hold onto meeting control, that attack could have gone so differently, and I think that was kind of what clinched the deal for Throwables.
Yeah, it's, I think 100% the case. They found a couple of kills where they really needed it. I mean, Owen single-handedly, personally pioneering into the side of 90 to clear things out. Very well done on his end of things, so you do really have to give him some respect in that instance. All the same, RMIT Black, put on the back foot early on, isn't necessarily something that we haven't seen from them, unfortunately, before, but we have also seen them claw their way back from deficits bigger than this, so maybe that will be the case this evening. Maybe Throwables get the leg up on attack, because keep in mind, Oregon is usually a defender-sided map, so unless RMIT really flick the switch here, Throwables arguably are looking relatively good to take a few more rounds away from them to start with.
Yeah, of course, RMIT Black choosing to go onto the defense as their kind of consolation prize for not being the ones who picked this map. But, you know, Throwables so far have made good with that. They have, however, not dealt with Vinny here, who is in the big tower and is slowing things down quite a bit.
Especially on this tier 3, 2 Kona stations for him to play around here, and Throwables, they don't really look like they have any real way of clearing him out. They do have 2 nades on the board from Pika. They don't have any other form of explosive utility other than Ash Charges, really, so it is going to have to be a team effort here to try and clear Vincier out, but the time wasted single-handedly right now is so big just for the defense, because there you go, support now from top main. OJ's going to find one, however, down now confirmed by Owen. They're going to get one, but Axe Hydra's there to find them retrade back onto Owen, so this actually comes out with RMIT on top in terms of those frags. They have the diffuser down at top main, but maybe that isn't necessarily information they have right now. All the same, Throwables in the 3v4.
Yeah, not only is Vinny holding on for dear life, but he's burning just so much time. They have not been able to push him out. The frags have not come through, and that means Owen has been taken down as well. And Vinny still alive. This is a great play and shows the power of that position when played correctly.
The fact that Axe Hydra survives that gunfight, well, not for much longer, Pika finally making short work of it, but the fact that he'd survived it for that long was relatively good for the position he was playing, especially at that armory spot. Now look at the position of Jumpstream here. Bottom of white, has the ability to walk up. There is a Malusi directly blocking his path, so that is going to be the first issue that he has to deal with, as well as the wire as well. Oh, Vince here, we hear the one tap, takes down Ahau off screen, and that's going to be a big pick for the defense side of things. Throwables now in the 2v3 with a big amount of distance between these two players. Still the diffuser not in the hands. Pika's going to have to either retrieve it or at least try and go for these kills, but the crossfires being held by RMIT Black, I fear, are going to be too much for Throwables to deal with.
Yeah, 25 seconds left to work with. 2v2, but again, the positioning is the important key here. The last 2 players for Throwables separated, won't be able to support each other. Wash Extreme makes it all the way up. He's not quite washed out yet, but Vinny will take out Pika. Just 3v1 now, and this is a terrible position for Upstream to be in. He managed to land a shot on 1, but he's taken low. No time now. He's just going to have to hope for the best, and he won't be able to find any now. Round lost, and it goes to RMIT Black.
Unfortunate there for the meme man himself. Couldn't make anything happen there on the entry with the Twitch. Here's a bit of a shame for the attack. They've now equalised 1-1. Throwables, well, not as good as the first round, I will say. RMIT Black definitely cleaned things up there a little bit. That roam from Vincia definitely seemed to be, well, let's just say a spanner in the works for Throwables. They didn't really clear him out, and that did come back to bite them at the end of the day. But the support from Orange Juice as well, top main. I mean, it was really just well played all round by RMIT Black. And now, Laundry Supplier, they're going to give it their second chance. Maybe they can make this round happen. However, Throwables, they've already won this. So the history's there, but the Flores is being bought by Jumpstream now. So that is already a better change for the attack than in the previous
Defenders,
first.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Do see the Mirror Maker return here. No bandit batteries or any form of denial. No Kaid either, of course, Kaid being banned. Whoops. But yeah, no denial here means that mirror window is relatively easily open compared to, Electrified or Muted. But
Did he just fall through the map? Yeah, he did. He fell through the map, jumping over the table or something there inside of laundry. That is a bit of a shame having smoke go down early on. Now I'm not too sure about the official ruling in an instance where a player falls through the map.
Attackers must
Now,
locate and defuse a bomb.
yeah, whatever happens there, I mean, I don't know. Orange Juice is really happy to be playing this apparently, which is a shame for him given that he was the person that fell through the floor. So not too sure. It doesn't look like we're going to be seeing a rehost. The game will go on, and Throwables now, I guess, question mark in a 5v4 kind of charity bill. I don't know, but hey, good way to start the round.
Attackers have located a bomb.
interesting occasion. Can't say I've seen that particular glitch before. I'm not aware of a hole in the map there, but well, hey, now we know. Ubisoft, please fix. But yeah, 5v4, that means they do have the man advantage. They will be able to press that advantage perhaps, but maybe Throwables will be a little more charitable and play this a little bit more slowly, at least. Give them time to make up for that lost setup time as well. But Axe Hydra already bottom of this basement stairs on pillars, typical position. Looks pretty set to make some impact here.
Yeah, Orange Juice is definitely a little bit chalked, I think, after falling through the laundry. I don't blame him, to be honest. At the same time, though, it is rather unfortunate, but that happens when you play Rainbow, I guess. It is a common occurrence to fall through the map, I guess, and die to a manner of bugs. But all the same, Axe Hydra now being cleared out bottom of pillar. He's just waiting for that utility to come on through. Pika, however, is just going to chase him right down the stairs. No one is inside a freeze for Holby Cross, so Pika could actually just try and send it straight into the site here. However, playing in the position he is, he's got a good angle on Axe to try and hold him down here. Indeed, he will. Gets him down on the floor. Not able to be confirmed, but I'd imagine Jumpstream's just going to send a Rotiro drone through there to try and finish things off. No, Ahau's there to make it final, and a 3v5 very quickly here for Throwables.
Yeah, pressing home that advantage here. Still 5 players on the board, but Ahau first to go. NDB finds one. However, Owen retrades instantly. That's 2v4 now. Jin and Vinny, the man of the hour. They're gonna have to find these last players, but Vinny upstairs will be left all alone. 1v4, caught through the wall as well. He's low. Not quite sure what he's gonna do, but he gets one at least. But Pika finishes it off. The round again for Throwables.
Yeah, bit of a feels bad here. Now we are getting some calls for the remainder of the team, waiting for the admin decision maybe, we'll see, I guess. There's some discussion going on behind the scenes all the same. At the moment, we're looking like we are going to continue for the time being. RMIT going to lose that round, unfortunately, with MBD spending majority of his time underneath the map. So Throwables are going to go up 2-1. However, that is unfortunate, to say the least, for the defense. But right now, it is going to be another attempt at laundry room. Now, hopefully, hopefully OJ doesn't jump over the same washing machine. I'm assuming that will be what we see. He will stay away from said washing machine. But, I mean, look,
Defenders,
guess we'll see.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Basement is usually a better site to hold on to anyway, so they've got a fairly good chance of making this work again. Just given the amount of players that have so much professional experience here, that that man down, now that they've made up for that, they should be able to catch back up. But 1-2, that's not a terrible position to be in right now for either teams.
10 seconds left.
RMIT Black still certainly have a chance to make a comeback here, and Throwables at least are going to be pretty happy they are in the lead here.
I mean, this is Throwables map pick. Any rounds they can get on the attack are going to be a beneficiary for their attempt here. So, you know, anything that they can take early on is going to be something that they're not going to complain about too much, especially if RMIT Black are the ones that are put in the disadvantage. So, to that degree, fair enough for Throwables, but all the same, it is a bit unfortunate. But right now, continuing on round 4, Throwables 2-1 RMIT Black. They're going to have that same roam this time in the 3-story tower, and it is going to be relatively up to the attackers to see if they can clear it, because previously they didn't manage to even budge Vince here. So this is going to be the question. Will they be able to actually kill him this round, or is he going to get away with it again?
Yeah, of course, there is a third option. They just ignore him entirely, and I think that's what they're doing right now. They're just kind of moving on from him, just letting him chill. They just need to be careful that, you know, they don't walk into his line of sight. However, I keep saying wash stream, but jump stream already taken down low. He's about to get washed out from here, but Vinny, again, didn't clear him out, and now Pico will be the first fall victim.
Yes, it's unfortunate that Pika goes down, but all the same, that's going to be the damage and the kill that RMIT Black needed last round. Because now with Jump Stream on low HP on the Flores, as well as Pika now being taken out of the equation on the Yana, it's going to leave RMIT Black a large amount of ability to roam. And again, this 3-story tower has not been cleared out. Vincia has been largely left alone. And that, I'd imagine, is going to come back to haunt Throwables here.
A bomb has been located. Attackers bomb.
You know how will find Owen, and that's 5v3 now. The man advantage is starting to overwhelm Throwables. And look at that. They're kind of stuck outside bunker here, though. They do have the Flores, but looks like it's just not working out very well. Mirror window combination make it so difficult to get anywhere near, and especially with that smoke playing so close, it could swing around with a shotgun, and that could be deadly for Jump Stream here. Look at him, he is so low, and time also another thing that is very low at the moment.
Yeah, only 40 seconds left for the attackers to act on. Ahau will find Vincia though, so returning back to the side, he's not going to be very fruitful in terms of how his roam went. However, his damage has been dealt, time's been wasted, and this is now going to force the Throwables into a position that they may not necessarily want to be in, because in a 4v3, it's going to make things relatively hard, but Wash Stream, aka Jump Stream, is going to find one onto OJ, and now making it a 3v3 makes things just a little bit easier here for the attackers. Throwables still yet to open the main wall. It's going to have to be a funnel through pillar. Bomb goes down, as well as Jump Stream. Axe Hydra now has it in his possession. Sconic's going to have to find the refrag. Ahau goes down as well off screen. Axe to find his second, and that's RMIT Black's round.
RMIT Black even it back out 2-2 rounds apiece here. Great defense for them on the basement. And yeah, that man advantage at the start got them through at this beginning, but yeah, it all just came down to kind of those even gunfights where RMIT Black just happened to be better at.
It's definitely the case. I mean, with OJ actually alive this round, he was actually able to put some damage on the board with the smoke canisters, etc. So better for him. It's not going to fall through them at that time. Now it's going to be kids' dorms for RMIT Black, which is honestly probably the best sight we've seen from them so far. That top floor was something rather impervious for Throwables, which could prove to be the issue again. However, Amaru being kicked out here by Owen, definitely something to be scared of on that 6th pick, because we come straight into the site. No Frost is in play here for RMIT Black, so there isn't going to be anything that can directly stop the Amaru, but some pretty big gunners all the same. So, you know, could still be detrimental. However, I don't think Owen's going to be Amaruing straight into the site. So, yeah, I think they're relatively safe in that retrospective.
Yeah, maybe going straight into that big tower, throw off whoever's playing up there. Because, yeah, again, that big tower position has gone uncontested and really has thrown a spanner into Throwables' attacks. They need to find a way of dealing with it. Maybe Amaru is their way of responding to that. Whether it will work, questionable, but hey, it's something.
Yeah, it's definitely at least one thing to go off. However, 2 G8s in play here for Throwables is a lot of very quick moving bullets coming towards you at a very fast speed. And I'd imagine this possibly setting up
Attackers have recovered their
an
defuse.
attic rush maybe with Owen going straight into kids. I mean, that looks like it might be what the play is with Skonic setting up on the double window as well. I'd imagine that's what we're going to see here. AHAL very ready to go. They're just checking the position of where the players are in pit. And I'd imagine you're going to be able to designate very quickly that that is largely clear. Now, Owen is probably going to get cleaned up relatively easily here. OJ will find AHAL. Here comes the rush. Orange Juice gets one onto jump stream as well. Owen's in. He's going to find Axe Hydra for the double kill. However, Pika now taking a lot of damage. OJ very similarly. Pika goes down now to OJ for his triple. And now they're all up to Owen and Skonic. They do have kids control. However, that is all they have because Frag's not in there.
Here we go.
Okay, he does have the diffuser, but it's very hard to support him from this position outside that main window. There's still Attic. There's still anyone who crosses over from that game's area. It's a difficult position to make a plant here. And Owen, it's only a matter of time before he gets overwhelmed here. Sonic has to get into a good position here to support and fast.
Definitely the case. Jin gets aggressive at the bottom of white to try and get some damage or even maybe a kill. But Owen's actually going to find one onto OJ, shutting down the tyrant that is the Wamai this round. However, Vinci is there. Finally takes down Owen, leaving things up to Skonic, and Jin's there, waiting with his arms wide open. RMIT like to find the third.
Well, that was a very quick attempt to get into sight, but also an equally quick attempt at shutting it down. Some good plays there from RMIT Black, just holding those angles, making sure that Owen wasn't really able to do too much damage. And they just waited for Sonics to start moving before they went for that pick onto him. So, you know, pretty well played there from RMIT Black to shut off what could have been a devastating push into Kid's bedroom.
They gave it a good go. The rush was there. The frags, however, were not. OJ really just turning the loss of a rehost into a round and sort of channeling that energy into some frags. And I mean, hey, he made it happen single-handedly. Pretty much shut it down for a triple quad, but shut down by Owen. All the same, 3-2. Throwables, unfortunately, now are going to lose their lead, but it is still looking relatively good for RMIT Black here. If they can get this last round for a 4-2 split, they're going to be relatively well set up to go into their attacking phase.
Okay, 4-2. Again, it's a good position to be in when you're defending Oregon. Obviously, you want more rounds, given that Oregon usually is more defender-sided, as we've spoken about. But hey, playing against Throwables, who know this map very, very well, 4-2 is pretty much what you're going to get here. And of course, it was one of those unfortunate incidents as well. And, you know, I suppose the mental there is, you know that you only lost those 2 rounds, one of them because of a bit of an unfortunate glitch. So, hey, really, you're doing pretty well on Oregon.
Shout out to OJ. Unfortunate, man. We feel your pain. Siege is very good game, yes. Unfortunately, stuff like that happens. But we love, we live, and we forget. And we move on. And in OJ's case, he moved on and found, like, what, 3 kills? So, I mean, he's definitely not too upset after that round, I'd imagine. But all the same, again, Vincier in this very similar position. We've seen him in so many rounds now. He's going to spot one. No, possibly not. I don't think he did see that player. However, he will now. The glass is going to make a bit of a issue for his peak on round. Jumpstream will take some damage in the process. But Skonic there can't quite find Vincier. Takes a little bit of damage to the window when he's right, but he wins that fight. Pika goes down. What went wrong there for the Buck? All of manner of things. However, finally, for the first time in this matchup, cleared now, finally, by Skonic. I said finally too many times. But still, in the end, taken down for the first time. This is an improvement for Throwables.
And think about the amount of time they spent just clearing out one single player from that one position. A whole minute taken just to remove Vinny off the board. Hey, that's pretty good in terms of time wasted, and it means you still have all those players upstairs. Jin, of course, still up there, and lots of support going on all over the place, and it's going to make Throwables' job attacking the site even more difficult.
Especially if they can't clear Jin out of this position, because given the fact that he is still on this top floor, it's going to be relatively difficult for Throwables to actually get any real control above meeting, which is what they're going to need. But with Jumpstream finding 1, Jumpstream finding 2, takes the head of Orange Juice and Axe Hydra adds them to his collection, and now Throwables find themselves in a very good position. 4v2, making a 4v1. Skonic adds with one to the fray. NDB, sorry, to take one down on the Thunderbird, but he's not going to get another chance. Washstream is there, and Throwables find their third.
3-3 half. That's not too bad on either side. Obviously, both teams will have hoped they could have improved, but hey, given the circumstances here, I'd say for Throwables, pretty good job attacking on Oregon, and for RMIT Black, pretty good job holding back Throwables on their best map. So overall, even ground, which means we will be going to a fresh start here. Second half, Throwables on the defense.
Yes, well, this is where Throwables do a lot of the work we've seen them do before. That's if we don't see them get completely swamped by RMIT here. Owen's going to be switching over to Ella. We already know he's bringing the skill cannon, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not going to be a Scorpion from him. It's going to be the FO12. So, you know, no questions asked. Yeah, he's already going to town with it inside of the site. But Throwables here, defense is where they shine, I will say, Spud. So RMIT Black are going to have to do something pretty special if they want to walk away with these rounds. I mean, last time that we saw these two teams play, as we know, RMIT Black walked away with it. So if there's any consolidation into, you know, from that game to this game, RMIT Black, we need to see them start turning the Jets on, because right now it's relatively even pegging.
Of course, they do have Jin on that Flores, so they've got some extra utility to deal with all the shields. I expect that we're going to be seeing here two, one from Jumpstream, one from Owen, and of course in that infamous master bedroom site as well. So yeah, they have the utility. It's just a matter of whether they can get it timed right to take out these key positions.
It's going to be difficult, I think, here. Unless they can really do something special. I mean, it's difficult to say who's going to do what in... Okay, bit of a pre-smoke there from X Hydra. But, I mean, the operators that RMIT Black have, the position... Okay, unfortunate for Jin right there. And Jumpstream's going to go down early on from to NDB. So, a good set of opening picks right now for RMIT Black, and hopefully we can see Jin getting some utility cleared out with those heroes a little bit more efficiently than he did in at his first attempt. But all the same,
oh no, oh no,
this is struggle street. I think he just got it in. Here we go. So he's going to be able to clear at least something at the top of right. But yeah,
Ahau now looking to pick a fight with Axe Hydra, but Axe Hydra is going to back off. Well, good choice indeed, because there are actually two players there at the moment. Not going to peek, but he will get aggressive. Finally, every time I say something, he does the opposite. Cast his curse, but hey, about half the time gone, one taken off the board for Throwables, but apart from that, holding steady.
Slows down a little bit here. 130 left. Jin to do some drone work. Designating if he can bolt on in. Whoa!
Oh.
A lovely shot from Vincere onto Owen there. From the main double window.
Yeah. He's holding on. He's holding on to it for dear life, and look at that. It's a really good aggression here.
It's the case, but Owen is gonna, well, Owen's dead. Sorry, I don't know why I said Owen. I meant to say the Flores. Flores there is going to clear out that shield top main, and it is going to give RMIT Black an avenue here to make something happen. Pika will get the drone. OJ to take down Skonic here. 45 seconds left for the entry. It's now a 5v2. RMIT Black could be on for a flawless. However, it's going to be the double for the Nomad. Now it's all up to Ahau. Needs to find something to take away the flawless stream. Will take down Jin. However, Axe is getting the bomb down inside of the side. It's going to have to be a re-aggression in the post plant here from the from the Aruni, sorry, through 4 members of RMIT Black, which isn't looking quite promising, I will say. However, you can always hope.
Ahau trying to dance with the devil here, looking for a way in, but OJ is there to counter him. He will shut him down. A perfect headshot and a teabag as well. One for the head and one for the body. Almost a flawless round there. A plant and a kill for RMIT Black to start off their attack.
Very well done. RMIT Black, 4-3. They take the first attack. I mean, you do have to give it to them. They tried, and they succeeded. in quite a dominating manner. They only lost one player, so I mean, that speaks for itself. You really do have to say. Unfortunately, though, Throwables now put down one round. They are going to 6-pick the Maestro off of the Ella, and it is going to be a little bit more reserved in terms of, well, no FO12 being brought when he's on a shotgun, but all the same, not the FO12. So, Throwables dialing it down a little bit for the downstairs bomb site, but, you know, it could always become fruitful, seeing as the top floor didn't quite work out for it.
I think it was just aggression holding those angles on the part of RMIT Black, which meant Throwables couldn't really take the fights they wanted to, and when they did, they were at a significant disadvantage. So maybe here on the basement site, where they're allowed to play a bit more reserved, they can kind of chill out and hunker down in a more turtle style. Maybe that will be the key they need to at least claw back this round to a 4-4.
Left before insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
OJ there almost took a bit of friendly fire.
Mike's muted. I do that all the time. I'm so sorry, Spud. I was saying all this cool stuff about rounds and all that, but it doesn't matter because no one heard any of it. And I'm not going to try and repeat it, but basically I'll sum it up for you. RMIT Black, yes.
Yeah, that's another good use of the floor as they've cleared the shield out. Owen has been forced to fall back. Hasn't quite reinforced it yet, but he's going to be waiting for the signal queue to come in. Pushes actually quite aggressively. That drone has disappeared somewhere else. But yeah, he's going to hold on to this position, but he's got to be careful. If he goes down, that reinforcement is going to be left wide open, and it's going to give an easy point of entry onto site. Owen, however, takes out NDB, and yeah, he's fallen back now.
I mean, with finding that kill, he doesn't need to stay for much longer. Things slow down a little bit now on everyone's end. It is only 1:40 left for them to play with, and I mean, there's still plenty of time for RMIT Black to get everything that they need, including the hatches that we do hear Habana making short work of right now. Oh, sorry, the back of the stage wall even. All the same, site being downstairs, they do have a lot to clear out. Pillar, which is where Jumpstream resides right now, he goes to get aggressive. Could find a pick, however, both players rotate. Owen finds a double. Jin now goes down as well, which leaves things left to the remaining 3 members of RMIT Black, and Throwables could honestly equalise here.
Yeah, Jumpstream here, very, very aggressive. Not something you usually see from the Maestro players of all people, but hey, he's got, well, 60 bullets right now in his gun. That's a lot, and Axe Hydra doesn't seem to be looking the right way either. He's actually going to bugger off, though, and might keep his head for a little bit longer. Not quite aware that he's actually so far up the stairs.
Wow, Jumpstream there to find Vinny. However, OJ takes him down. A refrag from Ahau back onto OJ, leaves things up to Axe Hydra in a 1v4, 1v3, 1v2. This man's going crazy, but Owen's there to shut him down. Throwables close, but no scar.
Almost a little too close for comfort there for Throwables, I would say. They are almost... Yeah, Axe Hydra was suddenly in a very good position. Could have actually won that, but unfortunately just ran out of bullets. And of course, Owen, with some great quick thinking, managed to push up through the smoke and take him out. If he hadn't done that, of course, really, Axe Hydra, of all people, on the Jackal, I believe he could have definitely taken that away. And Throwables would have been facing a 5-3 deficit here on their own map pick.
I mean, this being their map pick as well, they need to keep in mind that if they do lose it, they're going to be going right on to RMITs, which, let's be honest, Villa is a map we've seen them play before and we've seen them do very big things on. So, you know, that is something to keep in mind, that if that is the case, and we do see that, yeah, I mean, that could definitely be crazy going into the things. But keep in mind as well, RMIT Black already lead with a map, so...
Throwables looking to change that, though. They are 4-4 at the moment on Oregon, so if they get a couple of more rounds here without letting RMIT Black get too far ahead, they could take this and even it out, and that's a great way to start. But of course, next map, Villa, RMIT Black, very, very proficient at it. Definitely don't want to be losing this if you're Throwables.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Throwables need these rounds. It's there's nothing else really to say about it. If they walk away here losing rounds, RMIT Black are very quickly going to, well, gain a lot of ground, because last time we saw Vinny playing the Finker, didn't he go like 14-1, Spud?
Yeah, something like
14-0?
that.
Something ridiculous along the lines of that. So, or like 16-1. I forget what it was in the end. It was on Villa as well, keep in mind. So, you know, we always do have that still to come if Vinny gets his hand on Finker in map 2. But yeah, if that can, yeah, it's already starting. Vinny takes down Finker on the vault in. He's going to be able to boost himself back up a little bit as well. So yeah, Throwables already starting to feel the hurt.
Yeah, so much on the line already, and you know, this is still the first map, mind you, and that's why Siege is such a great game. There's so little can change so much, and here it's these early rounds for Throwables that they need to win in order to make sure they actually have a fighting chance even to get to that, you know, the third map, the fourth map for the championship here.
I mean, if we see all 4 maps here, that will be a monumental evening of casting for not only you, Spud, but myself included, having already been at it all afternoon. But I mean, yeah, if we can see some big plays here from one of these teams, it's going to be relatively straightforward, I'd imagine, because I mean, we've seen them go up against each other before. Last time that we saw them play, RMIT Black walked away with it, and Throwables were sort of sent down to the second chance bracket. But look at all the utility coming out now. However, Axe Hydra is going to be able to take down Owen on the Ella, which is a bit of a shame with the skill cannon now taken off the board. Jin's going to take a lot of damage from the green hall. That means there's only 2 players left on site, and RMIT Black know this. They want to go for the entry here. Jumpstream is going to be holding that main breach. Skonic does have the attic pit in his sight, so it is going to come down to the gunfights inside of the bomb site. Ahau has shot out that air jab, but he is actually going to be able to, somehow to take down Axe Hydra. OJ is there for the trade back though, a 4v2 now. Very doable for Throwables, however, RMIT Black looking pretty good situated to take this.
Gonna be a rough climb here for Sonics and his teammate. He can just find one, so the 3v2 now evening out a little bit more, but already started to make entry into the side. Jumpstream looking to find the kill, but can't, looks away, and Jin, in the meantime, we'll clear out that last player for another round for RMIT Black.
Double air jab. Interesting. I will note that down. That's going in the notes. Double air jab on the main window. Yeah, not much to break down. RMIT Black really just had the manpower on the entry there. They found a couple Throwables side of things, but you know, the couple of picks that were found by the defense just really didn't amount to anything, because RMIT Black were just really ready to take it to them, and take it to them they did. I mean, they cleared the site relatively easily. As I say that though, Clash is going to be brought into the meta. Zofia is going to be picked out by over the Jackal by Axe Hydra here, paired with the Nomad. Now, I'd imagine that is going to be to clear out Clash, because Clash is something that we have seen become quite a hindrance in multiple competitive leagues. Obviously, OCL, Evo, any other sort of league that we have seen and watched. Now, I'm curious as to why Owen is running it with the shotgun. However, I answered my own question when I asked why is Owen using a shotgun. So, you know, I do apologize for asking such a stupid question, ladies and gentlemen. But Throwables bringing out this Clash, it definitely seems like they're getting a little bit desperate.
Yeah, it might be their attempt to kind of counter the aggression that RMIT Black has been throwing at them. Of course, they are only a round down, but if you look at the way those attack rounds have played out, RMIT Black are the ones who are pressuring Throwables so much, and they just need some way to take that pressure off them, and maybe some intel from behind shield. That's what they need, and Owen, of course, he plays a lot of these intel ops. He plays Pulse a lot as well, and I think that will be a great way to hold RMIT Black a little bit as they push.
With any luck here, RMIT Black can make this round happen for the 6, but if Throwables can pick the game up and sort of take it to him here to equalise yet again, then we could definitely be in for a very interesting evening of Rainbow Six, ladies and gentlemen, because so far it's been very back and forth between both of these teams. I mean, we've seen Throwables really dealing with it. We've seen RMIT Black giving it and taking it in retrospective. So both teams have the ability to make something happen. NDB takes a lot of damage on a very aggressive swing. However, the flashbang does force these 2 players back. And there is no heals on the attack side of things other than, well, substantial heals, I should say. There is Vince here on the finger, but that isn't really enough. So it definitely seems like RMIT Black is struggling to clear this clash out.
Yeah, Sonics will find the first, but Jin answers back, takes him out once again. The clash here, as you mentioned, looks to be the play here. It has at least slowed down the headlong rush that usually is RMIT Black, forcing them to take a little bit more of a different approach, which is going around them. You don't usually see them going around the enemy. Usually they just gun it and send it straight in. But hey, you got to take those rounds. You got to make sure that you can get to Villa with that 2-map advantage here, and they're doing anything they can to get there.
Yeah, if RMIT Black can take that 2-map, that'll be relatively big. Also, a pretty big chalk for the mental of Throwables. I mean, if they can make that happen early on, I definitely think RMIT Black could walk away with it a lot quicker in terms of, you know, only 3 maps as opposed to 4, 5 maps. But Throwables, they seem to know what they want to do. I mean, they're not exactly giving it to RMIT Black for free here, so we could definitely be on for a longer series than a couple of maps, but right now it's going to be how well can RMIT deal with this clash, because if it isn't any better than they are currently, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, it's maybe 4-4 here, but just look at the time. There's only 40 seconds left here, and they still, again, have to get through all this time waste. Oh, that's unfortunate. The grenade goes backwards, and the Flourish will force him out, but Axe Hydra takes a bit more chip damage anyhow as well, and as they get set up for this last push, it all comes down to this.
And now here comes the utility to try and clear the clash. However, Pika there to find Axe Hydra, finds a second onto OJ, taken down by Jim, but Jump Stream's there to find Vinny. Vinny with the nade onto Owen from the grave, though. It's not going to be able to do much. Jump Stream to find Jin there to finish things off, and they equalize again. 5-5.
This is back and forth, as we mentioned. I mean, just looking at I was just looking at the kind of round history. Only in one situation have we actually seen someone win 2 rounds in a row, and that was between the 4th and the 5th round when RMIT managed to win 2 rounds in a row. So, you know, yeah, this is going back and forth, and it's still anyone's game at this point.
Oh, you gotta love it. You got to love the back and forth, Spud. It is... It honestly makes for a very interesting game. Given that it isn't every map back to back to back to back to back, the start of a series, it's great. Right now, this is really showing the, well, I mean, this is the rivalry between these two teams that we've seen multiple times. Obviously, Throwables won it last season, RMIT Black multiple seasons before that, take it away from them. So, you know, Throwables are definitely looking for the upset here, but RMIT Black are just looking to defend what they've won so many times before that. But that is the beauty of this story. Throwables are one of the only teams that can really tassel with them, because RMIT Black look largely undefeated. Well, you can't really argue, are largely undefeated in the main stage until Throwables come along and they start, you know, taking 5 rounds away from them, taking 6, taking a map away, and then it starts to get pretty serious. But the fact that Throwables can pull that off, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I don't want to understate how well Throwables have done. They're often going up against some pretty difficult odds with RMIT Black's lineup. So, you know, hey, all the power to them. They've done very well, and hopefully they manage to at least take 1 or 2 maps away from RMIT Black in this series.
They have the Z pings here, pre-fires from Axe Hydra, tries to find the head of Skonik, who's already completely disappeared. He doesn't want a bar of it. Going to run off downstairs and slink away to remain safe for, well, some of this round at least. But, however, it's pretty straightforward now for entry for RMIT Black. They know that that roamer in T3 has backed off, and it's going to mean that they can sort of make their way downstairs. But all the same, they're taking things slow. Only a minute gone, and yet really to make too much of an entry. That's probably not ill-advised here for RMIT Black, seeing as Throwables have caught up.
Jin will be the first to take damage. He's still alive, but at 50 health, it's going to be a lot easier. Owen, however, also trade same amount of health, so a bit of an equal trade there, but time, again, ticking down.
It's getting that way. I mean, time is definitely going to come down to be a bit of an issue. Oh no, he spots one, but I can't quite land the shot. Oh when. I would ask what he was doing, but we all know the answer. It's oh when. He does that for fun. So, well in. He's managed to at least get some info on the whereabouts of OJ, but it did cost him his life, so tit for tat.
Yeah, I would argue I'm not really sure it was worth it as well because, everyone, they kind of knew he was out there, but NDB already low HP. Hasn't quite fallen yet as Axe Hydra picks up another. That's 2 for 1 now. 2 for none, actually, as this man advantage could mean that RMIT Black can just push straight into Cyan and hope for the best here as, they can get all those refrags.
He's going to be the Candelas to come out from Vincier, however, taken down by Sconic. The trade is there from MDB, and the bomb is going to go down. Now in a 5v2, Pika versus, well, Pika and Jumpstream, sorry, need to retake. He will be able to take down Pika, though, off screen. NDB is there, and the flashbang's now completely behind Jumpstream. He's got no clue where he is, where he's going. He's being chased currently. He will find one. He's not going to get a second, though. Axe Hydra there to close him down relatively quickly, and that is going to put RMIT Black on match point.
Yeah, again, close rounds everywhere, but it will be RMIT Black first to make it to that 6-round count off the back of a very good attack as well. It was almost flawless there, only losing a single player. And of course, they're the only, I believe RMIT Black are the only team so far who have been able to get plants down. They've gone 2, and both of them have led to a round win. So great attacking from Throwables, of course, in the earlier half, but also from RMIT Black here.
Very well done. I do have to agree with you, Spud. But now they find themselves on match point. It means all the more for Throwables to find this downstairs. They are adamant that they want to try it again and maybe try and take the round away again, equalize, send us to OT for match 1. I mean, look, given so far what we've seen back and forth between these two teams, RMIT Black possibly should have won this based on the round that there was a rehost, maybe. You never know. All the same, though. Still winning 6-5. Throwables, unfortunately, now down in the deficit and need to claw their way back up to try and equalise for a team. But RMIT Black, I don't think they're going to let that happen.
Yeah, I don't think Throwables really had a choice for their... Could they have gone second floor? I'm not quite sure. I don't think they...
Possibly. I can't remember, Spud. I'm terrible.
It's the 9th round. This is the 12th, so I believe they can't just yet. Actually, no, they should have been able to. So yeah, little bit unsure. No, I'm smoking something. They can't. Yeah,
maybe we all are. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But
it doesn't matter. They're on a bomb site. They're trying to defend it. That's the point of the game. That's the point of the game. RMIT Black, they just want to get it over and done with. I mean, we spoke to OJ last time after his game, and they sort of went, yeah, we wanted to just walk in and clean things up. And I imagine that's the same attitude that they're going to have here in this matchup. NDB almost loses his Pika again. Very early on, he will be spotted out on that drone and is going to have to force the retreat here from the Jaeger. But RMIT Black are making some good waves. They've got some presence in the building now, and hopefully they can start making their way towards the downstairs side of things. But yeah, I guess we're going to see how that goes with Owen still on the board. Well, actually, all 10 people still on the board. So, okay, make it 9.
No.
Vince is there. See you, Pika. Have a good one. Back on cams.
It's Vinny once again to open things up and takes out Pika, one of the leading entry fraggers here, and that's going to put RMIT Black in a great advantage. My whole point about whether they can go back to second floor, because basement just didn't go so well. But hey, I look back at the stats, and RMIT have won both times Throwables defended on the top floor. So at least they've won basement before. So yeah, I guess that was a better option here. But no. Still very difficult.
Yeah, it's relatively rough going forward, but all the same, speaking of rough, Jumpstream's there to take down OJ to keep things even. Pika now traded out, well, avenged, I should say. However, it's going to be interesting to see what RMIT Black can do here with AHAL on this flank. They don't have that flank watch up anymore. Oh, sorry, they do. NDB is alive, but I don't think he has anything set up specifically for a meeting Z flank here, which could prove to be an issue for the Bandit if it goes largely unchecked. I think he's waiting for the side aggression to come out from RMIT Black, which is what I believe we're about to see. The flashbangs come out, Jumpstream completely blinded. The Retiro drone will do a significant amount of damage to the mute there. However, now finally air jab. They know that someone is coming from behind them. They are going to choose to entry onto the site though and leave Jin upstairs to largely contest it. Skonik's there to find NDB on the entry. Jin will find a lovely shot though onto Jumpstream. Does a little bit of damage to Skonik as well, but now needs to be rear of the flank from above. This is going to be a very interesting 17 seconds. Vinny loses a lot of his HP on the entry. AHAL goes down above the Jin. Now it's all forfeit to the bomb site from long. Skonik's there to find Vinny. It's a 2v2. Axe, Hydra, and Jin need to entry into the site. Elbow control still belongs to Owen, so this is going to be a hard push.
Yudhava will get taken down now and has to get off the plant. Owen managed to clutch it up. So very, very close. Both teams involved, but will be Monash who even it up 6-6.
OT, Spud. It's a lovely prospect. We're here, 6-6 now, throwables. They've evened things back up. And again, we're going to see laundry room for like, what, the third side in a row? It's another laundry hold from throwables. Maybe RMIT Black can rectify the issue we've seen so far that has just been not clearing this Roma. Having the flank not set up properly, which is proved to be quite haunting in the fact that they either have to clear it or they have to, you know, worry about it later on. I guess we're going to see if they can make it do, because that last round was not it. It was close, but it was not it.
Yeah, I'm just surprised given that they do, of course, have NDB on that Nomad. It should be relatively easy to make sure those flankers don't get too close, but hey, it's a big map. There's lots of, you know, places defenders can can flank from, so, you know, you might have the tools there, you might have luck, you know, most of probability on your side, but hey, sometimes luck just goes the other way, and a flank here takes you out. 6-6 it is.
5 seconds to go.
6-6. Everybody's favorite scoreline.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse.
I mean, I am genuinely impressed by the performance of throwables in this matchup, because right now, so far, they have been doing huge things in terms of, you know, dealing with whatever RMIT Black throw at them. So at the end of the day, you do have to give them the respect of, you know, they have been taking it to RMIT so far, and a team like RMIT, realistically on paper, should be dominating.
Yeah, synergy can come into huge play here, as well as kind of the prep you spend. And yeah, we know that throwables spend so much time, and it's finally coming to pay off. They have made it all the way into the grand finals. They're recovered from their prior loss to RMIT Black, and they've taken it 6-6 on overtime here on Oregon.
1 minute gone, still no frags either way. RMIT Black playing for the control upstairs.
See you on the other side.
Possibly going to properly clear the roam route this time. I hope that that's what they're doing, because Pika has proved to be an issue time-wise, even frag-wise to some degree. So, you know, if that is the case, then, well, hopefully he's cleared out properly. That's what we want to see right now for RMIT Black. That is something that has been a rough gig for them so far, especially if they don't clear him out right now. But they're just playing so passive. They're just trying to clear him out with the Rotiro. All he needs to do is just play smart and shoot it. He has the rotate there to support his rotations, and I mean, albeit loses a lot of HP, but the cover's there when he goes down.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was a goner there, but of course AHAL giving some support to his homie, and that will take out Vinny, who was playing very aggressively, going for the swing. And if we just think about the number of drones we saw being shot, it's going to wreak havoc for RMIT Black's info gathering when it comes to the execute.
Well, now with 3v4, throwables still have 2 upstairs, 2 on site. RMIT Black, this is not looking good for them. This could be the beginning of a very long series here, Lance, unless they can get these frags on this site and then play for the retakes. But Jumpstream's going to find one onto Axe. However, taken down now by OJ. The only two remaining members of the attacking side need to make something amazing happen, because if they don't, it's going to be a very quickly over round for them right now. From above, though, there's Pika to take down OJ. The second inside of E-Box. Still going to be picked up by Pika, but instead Sconic Throwables to find Jin and take the lead again.
Another kill, another round, and that will, of course, put Monash Throwables on the match point now for the first time. They had to do a bit of catch-up here, but they've managed to win 2 rounds in a row on basement. They turned what was a very poor basement defense into a really great one, and now RMIT Black fighting back on that overtime match point.
They're on the defense, though. So, you know, not the end of the world. They can hopefully get around here to take us to the 15th round. All the way. But, you know, maybe Throwables close it out here. They got a couple on attack, so maybe they can make it happen again. But it is going to come down to, what are we going to see? A Ying is 6'd off here from Owen, so I'd imagine it's going to be another attempt at a rush play. But, yeah, it is going to be what happens when it comes to the round, because with Ying in play, we saw it in the previous, it didn't go too well. Well, the rush attempt, sorry, should I say, from Throwables didn't go too well, because we saw the Amara, obviously. That is the case. RMIT Black find themselves in a little bit of trouble.
It's been even back and forth so far, and this is the ultimate team that play is 6 and 7. If RMIT Black take this next round, then hey, we'll be on that single round to clench the winner out. And this is not a position either team wants to be in. They want to get this over and done with quick. It's been a long day for a lot of these teams involved. It's been a long day for us as well, especially Proto, who's been talking all afternoon already. So yeah, look.
It's good fun. It's part of the job. The perks of the trade, Spud.
Yeah.
Building the vocal, I don't know, ability. I don't know. I'm trying to say something that doesn't make me sound tired. So, I mean, it's not working. So I do apologize. All the same, though, Throwables definitely not tired. 7-6, looking to close it out here with a bang. RMIT on a bit of an extended roam. Looks like it is going to be taking the aggression to the attackers, but I don't think Throwables are too interested in clearing these roamers out. It looks to me like they're setting up for Ascend, and Ascend it definitely will be with a Ying in play.
Yeah, changing up the pace of things is one way to make this work, and here we go. Owen, however, already taken down low, and if he doesn't get this Candela out, that will be the end of that rush entirely. One out already, NDB forced to fall back. He will, however, get away with his life. And no, Owen will be taken down now. On the floor now, can't quite pick himself up either, but 2 kills from Throwables. 3v3 is Vinny from underneath. Diffuser down as well. This is not going the way I expected to, as suddenly this looks so winnable for RMIT.
Yeah, now,
Or is it?
Vinny, he's got the position to hold the diffuser. However, one flanking from below, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Throwables, they're going to take Oregon, the map that they wanted. It's a good half-inch chat all round from everybody involved, and that is, I will say, very well fought effort from them. I mean, something that I definitely didn't expect going into that was, honestly, if Throwables win as good as they are at Oregon, you know, the way RMIT Black started things off, I definitely was not expecting. I mean, look at the kills, 11, 11, 10, all around, huge numbers from RMIT Black, but all the same, Throwables, they proved to us that Oregon is their haven.
Yeah, at the same time, though, RMIT Black took it so far, almost all the way for Monash Throwables on Oregon. So, of course, if they can play so well on Throwables, you know, king map, what's going to happen when we get to Villa and when we get to Clubhouse, where RMIT get the choice to decide? So, I guess we'll have to find out. 3 minutes. We're going to take a bit of a break here and give Proto's vocal cords some rest. Make sure you get some chart time, and we will be back shortly.
Before we're done.
From classic iced tea flavours like peach or mango to exotic lychee or pomegranate, you can enjoy your char time any way you like. Char time, shaking tea up.
Before we're done.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Our delicious new gingerbread and white chocolate Chatime is available in your choice of milky or frozen iced tea, or made hot, so you can enjoy it any way you like. Chatime, shaking tea up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from our short break. We're here for map number 2. We're not messing around, but before we get into things, we would like to, again, thank our sponsors for this evening. Chatime, Fresh Iced Tea, the best, you can't argue. Predator, conquer new worlds with Predator Gaming. AOC, the best viewing experience, hands down. You can't argue with it. Indomie, feed your game, try out all of the flavors that they offer, some of them banging, all of them banging, can confirm, and RIG. It's what it takes to win. Now, obviously, moving on for our second map, Spud, we already saw Oregon go in the favor of Throwables. That is their map pick, and ultimately, I'm not surprised that they won it at the end of the day. But now we move on to Villa, which is an RMIT map pick. And what are we expecting? I mean, we're going to head straight on into it here. What are we thinking, Spud? Obviously, they had the map advantage 1-0. Now it's equal 1-1. What are we thinking for Villa?
Well, hey, last time we saw this, RMIT just ran away with it, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again. It was 7-1 last time, 7-3, 7-4 maybe. Throwables have improved, but hey, difficult position for them to be in.
Definitely is. Terribly sorry, Spud. I was looking up the prices of Red Bull. But Valkyrie now going out. I'm joking, by the way. Valkyrie now going out with Jackal as well being taken off. Finka, see, I mentioned this in the previous game. The last time we saw Finka play by Vincere on this map, 14-1, 16-1, something along the lines of something ridiculous along the lines of that. So the fact that she's banned here doesn't actually even surprise me for Throwables' first ban, which is unfortunate for Vinny. He's going to have to find something else to frag on now. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a big hindrance for RMIT Black.
Yeah, it wasn't like they, relied on it too much, apart from the fact that, Vinny just killed everyone with it. But hey, hey, at least we have some players returning. And apparently Pika's game also crashed. This is just not a good day for... Oh, no. This is just not a good day.
Oh, it's a feels bad moment. We're going to need to hit attack pause here. Throwables are going to have to get their final man back in. So this is going to give the members of both teams ample time to select their operators and choose what they want to, have a crack with. But I mean, yeah, with Finka being banned, Spud, and Vinny being forced now onto something completely different, something that we haven't seen him... Well, we've probably seen him play it, but in this instance, last time we saw him play Villa on the Finka, it was nuts. He's choosing the Flores now, which was Jin's job, but now Thatcher, who has been allowed to slip through with the Finka ban in play. What are we thinking?
Well, he seems to be choosing someone with frag grenades. That is kind of a theme here. We've seen the Sledge, we've seen the Yana, and hey, I'm not surprised here. That's honestly what I expected from him. I'm expecting him to be, going straight for the entry, going for those nice frag grenades, playing from underneath as well. So, yeah, definitely going to be a good game here from Vinny, that's for sure, regardless of who he plays.
The man's a fragger. A natural-born fragger. It's a Sledge, though, it seems. Might be a 6-pick all the same. Axe taking over the Thatcher from Jin, putting him on the Zofia instead. So, we'll be curious to see if Vinny sticks this Sledge. It looks like he is, with a 6-pick from Axe onto the Flores as opposed to the Thatcher. Oh, when dropping the ready after the game has been started for, a few seconds already. He's just catching up, guys. But all the same, no Thatcher being bought here by RMIT is an interesting choice from them. I definitely did not expect them to not bring the Thatcher, but changing it for a Flores isn't necessarily a bad change-off, but with Thatcher on, why not bring it,
Well, going to be second floor Aviator Games as a starting site. Not too surprised there, everyone goes there. I do also like the addition of this Goya. We've seen some funny shield plays on that Aviator Aviator table. And I expect it's going to be great. Once again, Owen, of course, with that SMG-11 last time, managed to clutch it out. And I hope we see a repeat, because that was pretty fun to watch.
Attackers objective is to locate a bomb and
Definitely
defuse it.
was very fun, Spud, I can confirm, but let's see if Vinny can drop close to 20 kills again in this matchup here against the Throwables again on Villa. The same. Maybe we see this become the stomping ground that Oregon just wasn't, because that was a very back and forth game, and Throwables obviously walking out with the dub at the end of the day. It's going to be a good thing for them. However, RMIT Black the last time, as we know, we saw them play Villa, it was relatively straightforward for them. So maybe that's the case again here today. Obviously, we have some roam presence now from Throwables, which we didn't see in the previous Villa game for RMIT Black. So maybe that's going to be an issue.
Sonics will get caught out, however, by Vinny from downstairs, caught unaware, looking the wrong way, and that's going to be the first fall. C4 to go with it as well. Great start. 1 minute still was the only time taken to remove him off the board, so good start.
Very good start for Vinny. Starting to add kills to his collection. Here's the Flores, though, clearing out top main. It's going to force the player of Jumpstream to force back to the top of that Books 90 hallway. Now, the spread here for Throwables is still largely decent. They have a couple players by the main stairs. They have one on Rome still here for RMIT Black left to deal with, so could prove to be an issue later on. Axe Hydra now using, I believe, one of his last Rotiro drones to try and clear out the shield inside of the main site. It's going to be jumping straight on through, and it is going to be able to clear out that shield now, so this is good utility clearing for RMIT Black, especially with that opening pick. However, Jumpstream now to add one of his own NDB will fall through the floor, and that's going to be a good start for the defense to try and hold on.
Once again, no roam clear. It's kind of a theme we've been seeing from RMIT Black. They also don't have the diffuser with them, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite them. Well, Jin has managed to actually pick it up now, and fairly good attack here for RMIT Black. They've still got a minute to work with, so plenty of time here to go.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. A bomb
A lot to play with, especially with Vinny still on the board. There is the last Rotiro, sorry, to clear out that final shield that Owen was trying to sort of hold on to for as long as he could. 40 seconds left, the last Toxic Babe to come out, and that is going to leave the defense with not too much in terms of the denial. However, I don't think it's going to be a big issue for them here. They do have the choke point set up to try and deny for as long as they can, and Owen's still setting up more shotgun angles for himself here in the latter part of this round. But I mean, if RMIT Black can close into this bomb site with now the bar wall and vault open, this could be a big round for them. Oh no, Owen finds one onto Axe Hydra, a jump stream as well with one for himself, but Jin is there to find the trade. Now getting the bomb down from top main. Here comes Owen, the long range M590 doesn't quite work, but Ahal's there to take Jin down. OJ finds Owen. He has to retrieve the bomb and get the plant down. 0 seconds on the clock. It's going to be relatively easy picking here for someone on Throwables, and there it is, defenders, to win the first round.
Yeah, that was a close call for both teams involved, but ultimately the shotgun at long range, although it failed to win that fight, they managed to win the round. RMIT Black will be forced to get onto the plant. With 0 seconds left, it's easy pickings for those last players from Throwables.
Definitely unfortunate to some degree, seeing it end in such a way for RMIT after they spent so long cultivating their plan to make it into the site and do all manner of cool things, but didn't unfortunately go that way in the end for them, and Throwables walk away with a first, which is good for them. Pulse now being bought out by Owen. Trophy stat, it's going to be the play. Could see an extension downstairs into library, sorry, kitchen, you know, all manner of things, but Jumpstream is going to unfortunately disconnect as we load in, and I'd imagine a rehost is going to be called. However, we are yet to see. Connection loss, no rehost yet. I mean, yeah, OJ's still a little bit salty, I guess. We're moving on though, OJ. Last game, it happens. He can't come back. It is going to have to be a rehost, I think, unfortunately. But all the same, with him out of the picture, yeah, I think it is going to be the decision. We will just get a double checked on the rehost from admin, as he did disconnect at the start of the round. It has been made. We're going to flip on over to the cam screen, and we're going to get that done underway now. Spud, round 1 in favor of Throwables. Looked good for RMIT. Wasn't executed to the best of their ability. What do you think went wrong?
Yeah, look, again, we talked about how they didn't clear those roams, and I think that was what came back to bite them, of course, Ahau from underneath, and maybe they need to spend some time just making sure that roamers can't make their way back to site. I mean, apart from that, overall, it was a pretty good execute. Like, everything, you know, they had all the utility cleared, they had all the right steps. It's just, again, that one roamer came back to bite them, and I think, yeah, that's kind of where it fell apart.
Yeah, it definitely did seem to be that way. I mean, the two players obviously flanking main, long range shotguns. Well, the attempt at least of said long range shotgun, but it was really the aggression through 90 from, I believe it was the Malusi to retake back towards the bomb site, taking down the cover, et cetera, for the person actually planting behind the bar, which, let's be honest, kind of messed everything up. It was a very rough gig for RMIT there, but what can you do? What can you do with a flank? I think, as highlighted, it is going to come down to can they clear these roams properly? Because so far they just aren't.
Yeah, which is really surprising because I would expect them to be fairly proficient at doing that. It's just, yeah, a bit odd that they haven't they've let these players get away with it. I mean, they know how strong these roams can be. They've done it themselves a lot. Put a play in top of Big Tower in Oregon and just leave him there. And, if he's left unchecked, he just wreaks havoc. But, at the same time when they're attacking, they leave these roamers alone. And yeah, I'm just not quite sure what's going on with that. But hey, they still have time. I mean, it's only been one round, so certainly a lot of time to improve there.
Yeah, there. It is still round one. It is only the first map. Whoever walks away here, obviously now with everyone equalizing the map count up 1-1, it is essentially just a fresh start. It's 0-0. There is no advantage anymore. It's whoever can get this first map, under their belt to take them on to obviously the deficit. Put the other team on the deficit with the 2-1. So it is really relatively open season right now in terms of who is in the lead, because no one technically has the advantage anymore other than Throwables. They're one round up. So on a technicality, yeah, they're in the lead. Oh, man.
Well, such a slim lead. It's still anyone's guess at this point. And really, we've said this is RMIT Black's map. They've done so well on it. It's definitely up to them. So I just would not be surprised if they can finally run away this. But hey, technical issues, everyone has to deal with them. We're just waiting on the servers to kind of fix back. But yeah.
Yes,
Operator bans. Yeah, let's talk about operator bans, because this is some interesting operator bans.
Factor coming through is quite big. Making it through the ban phase, obviously on a map like Villa, is something that we don't usually see. Obviously, Finker going down, Jackal going down, Cade following along. What was the final ban spot? Was it the Mirror?
It was Mirror.
I believe it was the Mirror.
No, it was Finker, Jackal, Valken, Mirror.
Yeah, sorry. So Finker, Jackal, Valken, Mirror. Honestly, I will say everything aside from the Finker is standard. Everything aside from the Finker. And I can guarantee that the only reason that the Finker was banned was because Vincia popped off on it on the last time that Villa was played by RMIT. So I think it's very much a target ban. However, Finker now with her recent buff has been relatively good. I do believe we are ready to jump back into the game, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a confirmation on the rehost. We're back in the action here. Throwables versus RMIT Black. We have returned. We're ready to go 1-1. Map-wise, it is 0-1, though, in Throwables' favour in terms of the rounds. And, well, we're going to see what RMIT Black can pull out, because I think there's a little bit of chalking going on in terms of losing the first map, obviously. But I guess we will see what happens. A pause has been called. Hopefully there is no more tech issues. Pika crashed.
No.
Okay.
What is this game?
What is our luck tonight? Pika crashed. Jump stream crashed. What's next? The whole grid of Australia goes out? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past it. I would not doubt it at this point. Yeah, we get the
Oh
the
man.
music to come through. Bum 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 ba da da. We just
To be
need
continued.
Yeah, it's the produced by Old Mate Meme. I'm hoping he can rejoin. We're sitting here, fingers crossed, praying, begging even.
We just want to see some siege, guys. Please. Please, not like this. Not like this.
One rehost. Apparently. Guess we'll... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. As much as there is an amount of, you know, great stuff going on right now, we are... Yeah, there isn't really too much for us to elaborate on other than... yeah, Pika's not here anymore. Game crashed. We are waiting for the reconnect, hopefully. We may... No, he's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's returned. We've got an instant ready from Owen, which is nice. So hopefully now, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything else that I can cross is crossed, that we can get back into some gaming.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I believe we're here. We are. We've loaded in. Everyone's moving around. It looks good. Spud, we're back, I think.
Who knows? Who knows? It's only a matter of time, right? But Owen with the shotgun. But here we go. He's gonna be playing underneath, I assume. Gonna be chilling in library kitchen as usual. It's gonna be a matter of how many times they will be able to get, how much time they can spend delaying RMIT Black and making sure they can't get through.
5 seconds left.
Definitely is the case. I mean, RMIT Black have definitely been struggling, clearing out throwables. I will say it isn't very customary to see RMIT Black sort of losing rounds like that. I mean, as much as obviously this is a map that we've seen them do well, and this is their pick as well, but they're making so many mistakes that I would assume anyway, that we wouldn't be seeing from them. They're leaving roamers unchecked. You know, they're not droning everything as efficiently as they should be. Just simple things, really, that are costing RMIT Black rounds, and throwables are... Okay, well...
What?
That is definitely a mental chalked in the bin. Vinci, yeah, definitely not happy about what just happened there. Owen, though, doing Owen things. That's a feels bad moment.
A bomb has been located.
No, please don't jump out now. That would have been insult to injury. That would have been just adding the salt. But hey, Owen playing like a bit of a monkey. What do you expect? And I'm just surprised again. They're not dealing with him here. They're just leaving him chill downstairs. They have the Flores that could potentially flush him out. I'm just so confused why they let these roamers go away unpunished.
I mean, he's very low HP. If one person was there for the possibility of a refrag, it could have been a very quick, very quick affair with Owen going down. Obviously, the trade was there on the Vinny, etc., etc. Thanks for coming 4v4. But, as highlighted, as seen already in the previous map, the ability right now for RMIT to effectively roam clear, it's not very good. Skonic's also now going to find one. Ahow's going to take out Max Hydra as well, leaving it all up to OJ and Jin. Make that just Jin as OJ falls to Skonic. And, I mean, Jin's going to find one. He's going to find two. Relatively rewarded for his endeavours. However, left in a 1v3. He does have Zofia and, well, I was going to say a relatively decent kit to make him ends meet. However, different idea in terms of the Malusi, Ahow cleaning things up. And, well, very quick round. Throwables win.
Yeah, look, Jin had the right idea. He went for that push through clock, through the through bicycle. I'm just so surprised they didn't do that earlier. Had they cut off those last two players, those players underneath, that C4 wouldn't have gone through. It wouldn't have happened. And I'm just really surprised RMIT Black are not taking the time to do that. Perhaps they're in a bit of a hurry. They want to push things through. I just don't understand why. Given that it's really costing them rounds here. That's 2 rounds, both times, due to a failure of roam clear. And yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, like the only time that we saw roam clear there from RMIT Black was when it was a 1v5, and Jin was like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to walk in downstairs and shoot people. So, take that as you will in terms of RMIT Black's current roam clearing ability, because In a 1v5, the Roamers still stand. I mean, let's be honest, Owen kind of did just run around outside and do Owen things. But even still,
To go.
I would have expected someone to be there for at least a
5
refrag.
seconds to go.
Not necessarily, you know, gaining kills, but
Attackers objective is to defuse the bomb.
I will say RMIT Black just don't look as sharp as they did in the previous game that we saw them play Spud.
Yeah, which of course is a bit puzzling because RMIT Black have shown they're capable of so much. They've just gone through the season pretty much unchallenged, save for one or two maps here or there. But hey, this just does not look like the same RMIT Black. Given though that, of course, they've still got lots of time to work with. It's only 2 rounds, and you know that really isn't that big in the scheme of things. They can certainly make this work, and I expect them to be able to make it work. It's just a matter of when they get that momentum going and start, you know, really following through with it.
Yeah, it's I think Vinny is still trying to designate what operator he wants to play now that he can't quite find it. But there is another disconnect. Pika is gone, and I'm not too sure whether or not he was actually already dead or the same. Oh, jump stream to take down Jin equalizes very quickly. And all the same, a 4-4. No calls have been made as to what the deal with Pika is. Hopefully it is just a minor disconnect and we don't have to rehost again for the up-tillionth time. Owen finally goes down. OJ to finish him off. Better than the previous round. Some of the roamers are now relatively, well, dead. Pika did disconnect though, so ooh, Axe, Hydra, jump stream. Enjoy the rest of the round on the cameras.
Look, we speak a lot about Vinny, we speak a lot about NDB and OJ, but hey, you know what? Axe Hydra has a special place in my heart. He's always been a chill guy, a swell guy. Like hanging out with him in casual. So yeah, that was great swing, and he's done a lot of that tonight. Playing that Jackal, playing very aggressively, and honestly, he's one of those underrated players that we don't, you don't notice his power until he's gone, and you're like, damn, I really wish I had an Axe Hydra on my team right now.
Go.
Are you muted again, buddy?
No, I'm just there. There wasn't really too much to elaborate on. It was round over. RMIT back. Finally find themselves around. It is a positive for them, obviously, now putting themselves on the board. But with Throwables obviously still up 2-1, RMIT are yet to, well, I wouldn't say equalise, but, well, yes, equalise, but take over. I'm assuming that is what they're going to be looking to do. However, with the constant disconnects, it is quite scary because anyone could disappear at any moment. So I'm hoping that it doesn't continue for the sake of the players' mentals, because we already know OJ's chalked. And I can guarantee someone on Throwables is getting a little bit upset about constantly disconnecting. Cough, cough, Pika, cough, cough, jump stream. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's fixed and that it isn't an issue. But yeah, I mean, Throwables still look really good, Spud. There isn't really too much else to say other than RMIT Black only have just now started to find their footing in terms of the roam clear and, you know, doing everything properly. And I think this is where they will now start to shine, given the chance that they can keep that up. Because if not, Throwables will just, you know, regain their footing, continue doing what they were doing, and then, you know, it's all gone to waste for not too much gain. So I guess we're going to see, Spud.
Yeah, 1v2 now. RMIT Black pick up their first round off the back of an unfortunate disconnect from Pika. I guess things have evened out. Yeah, tit for tat, I guess. Throwables got one because RMIT Black lost a player, and now Throwables lose a player of their own as well. So, hey, at the end of the day, we're back again, once again, on a fairly even ground here. Both teams kind of, you know, going back and forth, and it's a really close one, I think.
If this style of play can be kept up, it is going to be huge for the defense, because keep in mind, Villa is something that we've seen, Spud, that is tending to sort of take more of an attacker side. Well, definitely usually takes an attacker side. So RMIT Black right now lacking in terms of the round count under their name, but I mean, Throwables did kind of get a pretty decent
Attackers
start,
have
let's
dropped
be
the bomb
honest. They
diffuser.
had some really good early rounds. However, RMIT Black, now
Bomb
that they've
located by
found a
attackers.
little bit of momentum, Vinny seems to have found something that he's enjoying, he's comfortable on, as well as the rest of the boys. Obviously, OJ, Jin, Axe, NDB, all on operators that they seem to be able to frag with all right. So let's hope they can keep it up, because if not, this could be a very short best of 5 series.
Doing a bit of drone work here, slowing them down, the attack anyway, at least, because Pika's been able to take out a couple of drones on the way down. But hey, this time at least they've managed to do a full clear. They've actually cleared out that master bedroom site, which is more than they did last time. So a good start for this attack so far.
Damage dealt to the side of RMIT Black for Throwables. None taken back in their own... Well, as I say that, of course, Jumpstream takes a considerable amount of damage, and it's going to put him in a less than desirable position now in terms of HP. We'll be able to clear the drones out, and he is going to still have control of the top main position. Owen now takes a little bit of damage for himself, so... As I say that, OJ finally to put him down with a pre-fire. Jin's there, however, to find a trade... Pika is there to find the trade on to Jin. NDB from below will be down. Skonic to find Axe with the Nitro. And this very quickly has gone in favor of Throwables.
Yeah, of course, that Roma again, once again, gets away with it. He was caught by the air jab, but he didn't quite die. And once again, finds a second. It's all up to Vinny now. 1v3. If anyone can do it, it'll be him. He finds one. AR goes down a second, almost dancing with the devil here. He's so low. Whips out the SMG-11, goes for a quick peek. The shield protects that last play. He's got 14 seconds. A single shot will end his life. Pika, though, also as well. He goes down 1v1 now. Vinny versus Jumpstream. Who will win? Who will prevail here? Washed has to find a way out of here. No diffuser, and he will survive and take the round with him. Throwables get one more round.
A feels bad moment for any RMIT Black fans in the chat. Vinny was on a heater, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough to get the round on the board for them, and Throwables walk away with another one, 3-1 now on the defense side of things. Spud, this is definitely not the RMIT Black that we're used to seeing, and based on how Throwables are playing tonight, did we think that they're on for their second championship? Maybe. I don't want to jinx anything, but
I mean, we all know about yeah.
Hey, touch wood.
Curse. It's such a thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Touch wood for both teams here.
I'm knocking on it. I've touched wood. We're safe. Okay.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
Both teams here have done so well. It would be a real shame for either of them. It's going to be a shame, you know, for either team to fall here. It's such a close matchup. But hey, we've seen Throwables pull off this kind of run before. Last season, they did it just in the nick of time. They managed to, you know, take the grand final against RMIT Black. But hey, RMIT Black will want to make sure that it doesn't happen again. They've got something in it for them. They, you know, are pretty involved in this now. They don't want to give Throwables the satisfaction of winning 2 against them. So, you know, I think they're going to step it up. It's just a matter of who makes a mistake first. And so far, it's been RMIT Black.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
One of them at that as well. It really is starting to show through the amount of fatigue. I think, I don't even know if you could call it fatigue, but it just seems that there is something generally off about RMIT Black tonight, whether or not it was, you know, OJ genuinely just falling through the washing machine. Something is just not sitting right with them this evening, albeit maybe losing Oregon in such the way that they did, you know, 8-6. Is not something that they were anticipating, which, you know, you could always count that down to something. Here's the first E1D, though. We'll get a fair few scans, it seems. Jin, however, is going to go down first. Vinny's there for the trade back onto AHAL, but now NDB. Find one onto Jumpstream as well. Pika is there to find Vinny, though, for the trade. Keep things even for 3v3. Does get diffuser down. The red pings are there to try and support him, but the bomb site is largely now in possession of RMIT Black. Blind pushing up to try... Pika puts a very swift end to what was Axe Hydra. However, NDB now walks in. He finds a huge double kill on both Pika and Owen, leaving Skonic in a 1v1. He could go pick up OJ here. Skonic doesn't necessarily have the knowledge that one player is down. However, a 1v1. We'll be able to finish off that player now. This is going to get tense.
He's got the diffuser with him now. Both players hunting for each other. NDB, though, I'm not sure he's looking the right way. This crossfire from across the statue could see him. But NDB plays it careful. Both players just hiding, being, very cautious. And they've got so much time. This is not going to come down to the seconds. It's going to come down to who finds that pick. NDB throws out a flashbang. This might go the wrong way. And oh no, Sonics from across the map, from across that breach, will find.
Feels bad moment for RMIT. Throwables definitely happy with that one. Doing it again, Spud. But it's round 6. There's a Cav on the board for Jump Stream here. What's going on? What's happening? This is not what I expected this evening when I logged into the AEL stream. Throwables to be up 4-1 on RMIT Black's map pick. What reality are we in? Where are we? What's happening?
I don't know, but Throwables are going to be pretty happy with where they are right now. 4-1 up after taking a close Oregon. They're going to be pretty chuffed with that, and it's a matter of keeping this momentum, whereas RMIT Black have to face this uphill battle. Still 3 rounds, it's definitely doable, and if this is as defender-sided as we've been made to believe here with this current scoreline, RMIT Black could certainly run away with it on their defense.
Definitely the case, but on RMIT Black's defense, I definitely think we're going to see some interesting stratagems busted out. Obviously, ones that may entail a large amount of roaming. I mean, we saw Vinny roaming on Oregon, and even though RMIT Black didn't walk away with the Oregon dub, Throwables, they very similarly struggled to deal with that roam game.
Once again, we see a bit of shotgun play coming out here. Owen, with the pulse, he's been renowned for it. He's done so well with it. Just got to make sure that he doesn't get the same run out again. And I think they've learnt their lesson there. Being very careful here and making sure to actually drone him out.
Let him run out again like he did in the previous round against Vinny, which was rough to see, unfortunately, for Vinny, all the same. Hopefully he can stay somewhat safer this round. Wall into the pantry now being opened up by the Habana here, trying to get set up for the entry into the kitchen side of things. Owen with the pulse scanner. So providing a lot of information right now for Throwables, but there's the first nitro of many. Jump stream to take down Jin. They still have 2 left on the bomb site. It could prove to be quite detrimental to RMIT Black here, but losing one already is going to prove to be a bit of an issue, I'd imagine, for their execute.
Info is also coming out now. They know the locations of all these players. They know that they're going for this laundry execute. It's just, once again, not much of a roam clear. But hey, Vinny makes a short work of Owen, and AHAL will trade back.
We slow down again, 1.5 minutes, 4-3 for Throwables in terms of the man count. Excuse me. NDB is very weary of his surroundings, does get tagged up a little bit by Skonic, who is going to disappear very quickly over the balcony into the red hall. However, now trying to clear towards the side. It's going to be relatively difficult, it seems, with the time they have left. I mean, 1 minute is a lot, Spud, but they don't have any hard breach on the board. They don't really have a dedicated entry aside from the IQ of AX Hydra, and he is largely separated from the main group.
They're going to start making that push now, but unfortunately, it will be actually Pika who goes down. NDB takes some damage, but gets away with it. They, however, won't be able to find that information, and he will be able to be picked up later. Vinny taking out AHAL now, 3v3, but really 3v2, one already down on the floor. And Axe Hydra also prone close on site, and these players have no idea.
This is not good. if you are an RMIT Black fan. However, losing that pick in Red Hall NDB is definitely not going to be happy about that. Vinny has rotated with the diffuser. It now needs to go down, and the cross needs to be held by Axe Hydra here. Jumpstream's going to have to go huge on this swing and at least find the two of them, but the bomb now down. Vinny's gun is going to be back on the board for the play, and it's going to be Axe to find the headshot. Finally, RMIT Black make the best out of something, put a round on the board for themselves.
Yeah, that play from Axe Hydra sneaking onto site may have been what saved that round. He managed to get into position to cut off that last player coming back from the roam, and of course to cover the defuse. Left it to a little bit late, I would argue. RMIT Black there. They almost didn't have time to get that box down, but hey, at the end of the day, it's a round, and 2-4 definitely could be the start of something for RMIT Black here.
Definitely could be the case, bud. If RMIT Black can keep this up, it's going to be big for them. Obviously, 2-4 on the half to Throwables, but it isn't the end of the world for RMIT Black. Now, they get their attempt at the defense side of things, which, you know, could prove to be quite fruitful. We're going to see how they can pull it off, though, because keep in mind, Spud, at the moment, first map 8-6. This map still relatively close. Only 2 rounds sort of separate everybody. So I genuinely think Throwables could do this if they can clear a little bit more effectively than RMIT Black.
Yeah, that's something that RMIT Black really have struggled with. So we're going to see if they can play, on those mistakes from Throwables as well. We do see OJ on the Oryx. He's going for that deep roam, so hopefully, he'll be able to at least stall some time and do some early damage here to make sure that Throwables don't get too easy on attack.
Especially with Vinny back on the roam. We've seen him do so well on so far in terms of the time wasted. Oh no, that is unfortunate. Axe Hydra goes down on the Wolf window to Skonic. It's going to be a good opener here. Jin trying to play for something back. Will get one on a Pika, but now looking to find the Lion as well. Jin takes down Skonic for a double, and the roam clear seems to be the issue for everybody, Spot.
Yeah, we've said it a couple of times about the issues which can plague both teams, and roam clear is one of those other things. Yeah, it just seems like both these teams are taking up so much time, and while one is actually committing to it and burning time, the other, of course, RMIT Black just didn't do it at all, and of course that came back to bite them as well.
You always hand it back to me when there's not too much going on. There's always just a lot of droning and holding angles and, setting things up. And
Yeah, that's why I stopped talking.
invigorating siege. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I understand, Spot. I see what you're doing. It's okay. It's okay. I can pick it up. I'll fill. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, 90 control is still in the hands of RMIT Black, who have forfeited, as I say it, of course. Making their way back to the site is going to be OJ. However, now, as RMIT as Throwables realised that it's clear they're going to move on up, set the flanks up, ready to go for an execute here. However, the issue now faces them is the hard breach is going to be top landing. The wall's back electrocuted, and they don't really have anything to clear it. And as I say this, I think they've slowly realised that, and it looks like they want to try and just go through the aviator door and force their way into the side here, because Jin's going to be the first point of contact, and, well, it's going to be, I think, just a slaughter fest here, Spud.
Yeah, it's all ramping up now. We know they're going to hit it through this door, but Jin catches one running away, and he's going to hide back behind the sofa. He's going to get away with that, no refrag available, and now it's only advantage so much so in RMIT Black. What was looking like almost a sure RMIT Black is now almost certain.
Damage dealt, but I really don't think RMIT Black are going to struggle too much closing this out. Only 15 seconds left. Gon6 comes out. Vinny is situated inside, is starting to do some big work. Ahau will find one. Vinny's there for the first under Owen, leaving things all up to Ahau. He's not going to get any more. Jin for, I believe, his third in the round. That is going to be huge. So, sorry, fourth in the round, was it not? Huge for him. All the same, a large amount of kills. Other than that, though, RMIT Black 3-4, not equalized, but infinitely closer.
Yeah, once again, the time used by Throwables on that roam clear was what kind of ended their hopes of getting onto that site. And by the time they got around to it, they ran out of utility. They couldn't open that wall and were forced to funnel through that one door, which, as we know, usually doesn't end very well. So, well played from Throwables, but RMIT Black there, just better with that roam.
Definitely seems to be the case, Spud. I do have to agree with you there. I mean, I don't know. I will say it is difficult to see, difficult to tell, I would say, who is, outdoing this and outdoing that in terms of roams and roam clears, albeit we know that both teams have been struggling with roam clears. But to some degree, yeah, I will agree with you. RMIT Black did look like they had a bit of a better roam system set up there. The buddy system was being employed a little bit more than what we saw from Throwables, which is good. Albeit when Throwables were roaming, even without the buddy system, they were finding, I will say, a lot of frags. So, horses for courses. And at the end of the day, 3-4, Throwables do still lead. You do have to take that into consideration as well. If they win this, it's going to be their fifth, one round closer to match point, albeit, though RMIT definitely started gunning for that position because they're playing a lot more aggressive than they were in the first couple of rounds.
That's kind of the change we need to see, I think. RMIT Black were a bit off their usual kind of pace. And that round changed it up. They were very aggressive, as you mentioned. They got a lot of those picks, and that's what they usually excel at. So yeah, I really want to see these teams play to their strength, but RMIT Black is playing aggressively, going for those gunfights.
Sort of angle simulator, isn't it, Spud? They're just waiting. I mean, it is early rounds. They do sort of have to waste some time to gain some time type deal on the defense side of things, but a cap can in play now is going to be an issue that is easily dealt with by Pika. Now, some damage dealt by Vinny here. We've seen him do some big work on the Mozzie, but a well-placed nade's going to put him down on the floor. Jin off screen's going to take down Skonic at least on the line, but they're going to try and play for this res here. Axe does have an angle onto the door, and he's actually just going to run straight in for the res himself. He's not even going to mess around with it. Jin's there to try and peek around and maybe find some damage. Maybe even a kill of his own. Swings are out. Does find some damage onto AEL. Not a lot. He does take some himself, but look at all the members of Throwables starting to funnel into study. He's got the Zof LMG there to start rattling out some shots towards the defense. Owen does take a deep flashbang out. Doesn't check close right. However, makes his way in. Takes Jin down. Doesn't spot the player in the corner to his right, close to him. Vinny, the trigger discipline. I don't even think he's going to get one. What? Owen. Hello. No. Didn't see him, maybe? Not sure. Yeah.
All right.
Question mark there for Throwables. And RMIT, actually. Vinny didn't see or hear Owen walking next to him. I don't know.
Both of these teams apparently playing with their headsets off as well. They're really upping the ante here, but just look at the time that has been burnt. But oh no, 1v3 now.
Bomb has been located.
Suddenly, Throwables could just play for the man advantage and take this away. One down on the floor. Owen going for the plant now. Can't quite find that planter, but he does see that one on the ground. 1v2 now. Diffuser is down, and it's all up to OJ to clutch this out. Oh no.
Owen, that is disgusting. We've seen him do that. Thankfully, Jumpstream's going to be a man about it and peek him and take the fight. Give him a chance. Owen was like, yeah, no, bush gang. He just hit the bush. He was like, right, take me to the plant pot, put me with my people, and I will quite happily sit here for the rest of the round, do nothing. You clutch. I'll wait. We've seen that work as well, Spud. That's the sad bit.
Yeah, right.
We have seen him sitting in that bush work. That is why I was scared. I was genuinely scared for the... Was it OJ?
It was OJ.
I was scared for OJ's mental because it is already chalked. Falling through a washing machine takes tolls on people, ladies and gentlemen, and I think dying to a man that is the physical embodiment of a bush would have hurt just that bit more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Hey, consolation prize is a consolation prize. Didn't get killed by the bush, but hey, it's still a round loss, and that means Throwables are now up 3-5 on RMIT Black's map. And hey, that's a pretty good lead here. 2 rounds. Again, 2 rounds, but yeah. The way things have been playing, it really seems like Throwables are on top of this.
Yeah, I will say tonight Throwables definitely look better than RMIT Black coming into it, and what we've seen so far from them. I mean, just based off of the rounds alone that we've seen them win. I mean, look, Oregon went in their favor. Was their map pick, but keep in mind this is RMIT's map pick now, Spud, and the score would not indicate that that's the case. I know that it's only 3 rounds into their defense side, but RMIT really do just seem to be lacking.
Yeah, Throwables have always shown that they're ready for a fight and they can always take it to the big dogs no matter what the odds are. So hey, props to them for just continuing to slug it on despite all that's happened, despite all these disconnects and all this going on with the game. They've stayed at it, and I think that goes a lot to say about, you know, how they're playing and also the mental that they've managed to keep during this slugfest.
Yeah, it's been a relatively good showing here. Now, Knock is an operator that we have seen some scary plays on today outside of this matchup alone. Now, if Owen can pull off some big plays here, he could walk away quite fruitful with kills. He will walk right on up. However, almost didn't get that kill onto NDB with the pillar saving his life. For the majority of that time, OJ will find jump stream. Jin takes a little bit of damage on the initial contact there against Skonic, I believe it is, inside of the closet. All the same, nades now to follow. Skonic takes... Oh, Skonic almost dies as he goes down to 1 HP. Pika does have the bathroom control, and Owen is actually inside of Astro, however, not for long. Jin to take him down. Jin for 2. Pika is also taken out there. Nice shot from Owen in the chat. Now, a very big round from Throwables turns into a big round for RMIT.
Yeah, 4v1, and he's on a slither of health, a single breath, a sneeze from any of these remaining players. Hey, even if someone throws a goo mine or a magnet at him, he would die. Now we've talked about the mental that's playing here, but can you imagine that? Winning by a magnet?
I don't think I want to, Spud. I think some very upset people. Very upset people. All the same, though, it's going to be, finally, another RMIT round. Ooh, on the board, 4-5. I mean, it seems like Trophy is just their site, but could be the difference here. AVG is where they're going to try again. Hopefully Throwables can take us to 6. Maybe RMIT can equalise. I guess we're going to see very shortly here, Spud. A 6 pick off the Vigil from OJ. On to... question mark? Something? Maybe just Vigil? Yeah, it's just Vigil. Jumpstream will make the switch onto the Ace, so a little bit more versatility in terms of the hard breach there, but not too much diversity there from OJ in his pick.
Vigil there, hopefully... I mean, we've seen RMIT Black and Throwables struggle with the roam clear, and I think RMIT Black are kind of doubling down on that. They want to slow down the drones that are coming in from Throwables, and we've seen how much damage it can do to both the utility and the time Throwables have available for the execute. So hey, it's not a bad option bringing the Vigil once again, just slowing down the way Throwables attack. I think that's a really smart move here.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I mean... if RMIT can take it directly to Throwables and sort of meet the aggression with aggression, Throwables could definitely be slowed down and sort of stopped here. But at the same time, Throwables have been doing really well in countering the playstyle that RMIT are trying to take to them to counteract the quick entry from them. So, I mean... at the end of the day, it is really a 50-50 on who actually gets away with whatever, you know, they're doing, because let's be honest, it is relatively, as I will say it again, relatively even pegging that we've seen in the past 2 matchups, Bud. So at this point, it is really hard to tell.
We've seen this a lot. We've seen that trophy stat hold from RMIT Black, where they play quite aggressively here with lots of reinforcements and support, and they're sticking to it. And so far, it's worked wonders. Axe finds a first, and Vinny egresses all the way up into Master Bedroom. And hey, look at that. That's 2 free kills. Vinny taken down to half HP, but still a lot of time wasted and 2 players taken off the board. Almost 3 now.
I'm genuinely surprised, Spud, that one team cannot seem to just find a lead of more than 1 round, other than at the very start of a game. When we get to the mid to end of a game between these 2 teams, so far it is very just round for round for round for round for round, and no one can really find themselves a sort of distinct lead. Now Jin takes a lot of damage. Vinny does find 1 there on the A house, so it's now take that back. Finds 2. Pika goes down for a triple. Skonic could be there for the refrag. However, he's not going to get a chance. A flawless for RMIT, a 4K for Vinny. He's had enough. He's put his big boy shoes on, and he's finally started getting some kills on this roam. RMIT Black equalize.
Look at that. They didn't even make it anywhere near the site. Throwables didn't even get to, start working any of the walls, let alone think about going for the execute. It's just Vinny, he just wiped everyone off the board. And if Throwables don't have a way to counter that, he could just keep doing it over and over again.
Could be the 16 kills 2.0 that we hyped him up for. I mean, let's say whoever wins this map takes quote-unquote the advantage. We then get to see Coast, club? I forget which one it is next. It's Coast. Which is Throwables' pick again. So, if, let's say, RMIT walk away with this round, which that could be the case, and then ultimately, let's say, RMIT win Villa, that will be their map pick that they win. And then, given that we've seen both teams then win one of their own map picks, do you think, Spud, that we're going to see Throwables win Coast and then Club to go to RMIT, and then it's just, back and forth gameplay?
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, look, but you have to remember RMIT Black do have that map advantage. So if it goes down to that, then RMIT Black end up on top. But hey, back and forth. It makes a good gameplay at least, but some of these rounds, questionable though.
Very, very questionable. Opponent takes it outside. It's probably, I was going to say it's probably Owen, but I realised he's attacking, so it's definitely not him. But all the same, someone from RMIT Black went for a quick little jog. I'd imagine it was maybe NDB on the rook, but all the same. Not outside anymore. No kills came from his little excursion either, so, nothing too fruitful for RMIT Black so far. It is now relatively even, 5-5 now. This is where the mistakes usually start being made. Spud, round 11. Someone's going to go to match point here. That usually starts to chalk mentals and mess with people's play styles. I mean, do you think that this could be the beginning of the end, or do you think we're going to see OT again?
It's hard to say. I really don't know, just given how these teams have been playing so well, and especially given that RMIT Black just don't seem like their usual selves. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. If RMIT Black had been, on top of the game, I would say, hey, RMIT Black look to run away with this, but, I could see Throwables taking this away as well, so yeah.
It is... Yeah, I will agree with you. It is interesting to see what can happen. However, OJ starting things off with 1 under AHAL. That's a good start here for Throwables. Sorry, for RMIT Black. Not a good start for Throwables. But now comes the vertical play here for the attacker. Could you tell I'm tired, Spud? Here comes the vertical play for the attackers. Skonic to start opening up the floor. We'll be able to clear out the middle side, Chassis and Tetris, which is going to... Well, I don't think he knows that he's cleared that position out to some degree. However... Pulse, not on the board, not a choice for RMIT Black, and no nitros left for them to play with, only the impacts of NDB. So they can't really contest this vertical other than just sort of directly peeking through the holes that have been made by Skonic so far, which wouldn't actually be a bad idea, but each to their own right now. Throwables are looking to enter into the site, and RMIT Black are going to have to hold on for 40 seconds more.
Yeah, of course, the time counting down like this, and with that man disadvantage, it's going to work all the more in favor of RMIT Black here. And yeah, OJ makes it work even more. He takes second pick onto Owen. That's 2 for him. And suddenly, this looks like RMIT Black's.
Definitely does look good for them right now. They need to come over to Tetris. NDB will spot the head of Yana. OJ goes down in the process though to Skonic off screen, and that's going to be a decent frag to find. Looking for the entry here. Vinny mounts the ball as well to Skonic, and oh, Skonic going huge for a triple. Takes down NDB as well inside of Tetris, and suddenly this looks a lot better for Throwables than it did for RMIT Black in a matter of seconds. Pika to go down as well. Axe Hydra to find one onto Skonic. He gets the down on the jump stream and on time.
Run out of time.
RMIT Black somehow make that work.
1v3 clutch from Axe Hydra.
Easy.
We spoke about it before, but hey, now he shows it to us. 1v3 clutch. Off the back of that, RMIT Black get a match point. I think the whole team is going to be cheering him on at that point. Axe Hydra, nicely played.
Mental equals restored. They find match point though. Spud, it's 6-5. This is quite literally the same thing that happened on Oregon. If we see OT here, I will be a little sad. I will be honest. Because RMIT Black have had so many opportunities to make this their map so early on. But Throwables, they really did at the start of this map. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see OT. As much as it pains me to say, Spud, there is definite possibility that...
Attackers need to locate
These teams,
as many bombs as they can.
These teams have just been playing so well that it's so hard to tell. It's really close, and yeah, I could see Throwables bring it back to overtime. I could also see RMIT Black running away with it. Goes both ways, and yeah, I guess it just comes down to, in that round, who plays better, because both these teams have been doing astoundingly.
Yeah, they really have. It is big for them. I mean, so far, the level of play that we've seen sort of displayed by both of these teams is
5 seconds
really
left.
good. I mean, they have been showing us that there is still a competitive edge in this game so far on, and it is definitely a big prospect that we've seen both of these games go to pretty much max OT, well, not even max OT, but max number of rounds or close to that. So it does highlight that these teams can play with the best. So I guess we'll see if they can keep it coming.
A trophy stat, if we look back at RMIT's defending record on that, they won that once and lost that once. So it's pretty much a 50-50 at this point. They have the tools, of course, to do it. They know they can. It's just a matter of whether they can hold off attackers long enough to, you know, make a poor execute.
If the execute is poor, then RMIT Black will definitely be happy about that. However, Jin, so far on this roam, has proven to be quite a deadly piece of work to deal with, especially because Throwables lose 1 or 2 picks to him and then they don't really seem to know what to do with themselves. They get quite frazzled, I would say, because, you know, they do definitely slow down a little bit when Jin starts getting frags, albeit they're trying to clear him out. He does have a position inside a vault that he can remain safe in, but that is going to be a lot better dealt with here through Throwables. Jin goes down early on the cross, halfway through the round now, and well, 1 minute 30 left. All the remaining roamers are going to make their way back to the site. Vinny, Axe Hydra, the likes of them are going to be back towards the trophy side of things, and Throwables now have some ground to catch up on to make their way towards the bottom.
Being said that, that's still a lot of time burnt on that roam clear and utility as well. You saw the Selma charges, you saw the Buck, all being committed to clearing out Jin. So well played from him, but now it's going to be just as difficult, if not more, for them to get onto the site now that they've used up so much time and utility.
Yeah, I will say it has been quite rough, unfortunately, so far for RMIT Black in this round, with Pika now finding his second onto Axe. And it's going to come down to the remnants, sorry, of RMIT Black. Vinny's still downstairs on this roam, hasn't made his way back. When to take down OJ, and Vinny will find AHAL, but it's a 2v4, and I mean, I want to say that it's largely undoable with Pika now finding a triple Skonic to go down. Off screen, I believe, into a frost mat, so it makes things a little bit easier for Vinny here, but he still has to retake into a 1v4 now with Buck being picked back up on low HP. He's not even going to find the first onto Owen with some missed shots, unfortunately. Pistol in air trying to confirm. Flashbanged out of his mind. Owen's there. Finds the kill, and again, we're going to go to OT.
It's been close calls all the way, but finally... Oh no, it's a drop shot that sends us to overtime. Hey, at least he had the wildcard skin on, so, you know, some consolation, I guess. But hey, consolation prizes aren't going to be enough here. They need to close this out. Both teams, in fact, Throwables want to take their second map in a row, and RMIT Black want to claw back the advantage that they had going into this and make it a 2-1 as well.
Well, this is the 26th round of Rainbow Six Siege that I've casted this evening on this broadcast, and I can say that seeing OT twice is crazy. These teams are really putting it to each other. I don't even think we can say that we've seen play like this in the normal season of AEL so far up until this point. I really don't think we can say that safely because no other team, I wouldn't say, has really showed up this much. The first time we saw Throwables go up against RMIT Black, it was relatively free game for RMIT Black. So this is definitely a pleasant surprise from Throwables here tonight. I am genuinely impressed.
Yeah, RMIT Black was so dominant the first time they played Throwables on this map, 7-1, but looks like the Finker ban has actually had some sort of significant effect here. And look at that. Throwables now 6-6 with RMIT Black. What was once a 7-1 is now 6-6.
Yeah, what a turn of events. It's good to see that maybe, you know, Throwables walked away with their loss and did some VOD reviews, maybe counter-stratted to, you know, how RMIT play, all that good stuff, and you know, all things a competitive team should be doing, even if it is, you know, all the good things, AEL, OCN, whatever league that you play in, it's always good to have that advantage over your opponents, and I guess that's what Throwables are really playing for here, because RMIT Black, as we've said, they just sort of seem to have slowed down. They're not up to par with what we've seen in terms of the dominance from them, but maybe that's just because Throwables has improved exponentially.
Yeah, and I think this is a story we've seen repeated last season as well. RMIT Black going into this with all the odds in their favor, and then Throwables, who were known as Onyx back then, somehow from the grave managed to take that win. So now, will this repeat here, or will RMIT Black be able to take the championship back from them?
Jin finds one onto Pika. That is a good start. Line scan now to hold them in place, to stop them rotating, albeit they have already made their way back. Now, Jin finding a second somehow onto Owen. He is quite cracked, I will say, on the Malusi here. Now, Vinny, 2 support from Red, trying to do his best to hold his teammates' position, but I think, yeah, he's made the good choice here. He's going to back off with half a round left and sort of make his way back towards main. How did Skonic hear that? Or was there a drone there? That was nuts if he heard that, by the way. Jin finding a triple off screen. So it's all up to AHAL and Skonic now in a 2v5.
They're going to hit some goo mines as well on the way out, but Vinny is nowhere to be seen. He's gone all the way back up top main now. And with the time ticking down, crossfires being held, this is very, very difficult. Not at all easy peasy for Throwables, and 50 seconds to do it.
Time. Max will take some considerable damage there from that window just to his right inside a study, but nothing that will kill him. Now, AHAL made his way to 90, nade in hand, will come out. It's not going to catch anybody, unfortunately, though. Vinny is there to finally shut down Skonic, and it's all up to AHAL. A 1v5. Can he find one, or is he going to give RMIT Black another flawless round? OJ does a lot of damage with the M590 here, chasing with the shotgun, but Can he find this kill?
15
15 seconds remaining. OJ no smokes in the tank. I think AHA's just going to play for kills and a couple of extra seconds to talk with his team here, and I don't really blame him. RMIT Black are going to walk away with a 7th. Throwables now put in the deficit again. Can RMIT walk away with this?
The second match point that RMIT Black have been on, and the second that Monash will be facing. If they manage to take this, then hey, they definitely know how to fight back from a deficit. They will, of course, need to hold on to a defending round here. RMIT Black going on the attack for this overtime match point.
Well, I would say interesting picks, but they're relatively just the same amount of, well, the same operators that we've seen bought for pretty much all the rounds previous to this. Obviously, axing back onto the Flores that we saw him bring. Vince here on the Yana now instead of the Sledge slash... Who else did he play? Maru, I believe. So, you know, something to keep in mind when he does have a little bit more information under his belt that he can use now on his entry. He is edging ever so closer to that elusive 16 here. He is 14-5 currently. Jin, however, as well, 12-8. Not to go unnoticed there on the top left of your screen, but I mean, RMIT Black definitely sort of proving themselves here, still worthy at the moment on their map pick pillar. Albeit, though, they still need to win one spud. So, you know, if they don't walk away with this round and we do go to max OT, Throwables are still in it with a chance. Here, we're going to be moving on very quickly to Coastline, which I think is going to be very interesting. Well, we're going to Coastline either way, no matter what the outcome of this map is.
Well, will RMIT Black be able to close it out, or will Throwables once again from the grave hold on for dear life? We're 10 seconds, 15 seconds into that round. The attack starting to come through now, once again, focusing on this study side. Not much of that master bedroom presence, and we've talked about how that has, you know, come back to by RMIT Black, but will it once again be the pattern we see?
Definitely be the case here, but we do see some utility being rotated, it seems, over towards the, well, I want to say the south, where the push is starting to come from, but all the same, with Pika rotating some utility to try and help his team out elsewhere. RMIT Black begin to clear said utility out, with Flores drones clearing out that top main shield and starting to make short work of everything inside of the site. Axe again. I mean, the Flores, let me just highlight, has been such a useful piece of utility alone in this matchup. Clearing everything from shields to ADSs to players. I mean, look, Pika's now been forced deeper into AVG. You can see to find one on Owen with a nade, and, well, being relatively quickly traded out. OJ finds one on the jump stream as well. So, a 4v3 should be relatively easy pickings for RMIT.
Two players still underneath here, and Sonic's going to go back to seconds here. But an entry will be stopped by Pika, and Sonics again finds one more. NDB trades back, but it's 2v2. Damage has been done now. There's still a minute left to go.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Oh, no. How have you been allowed to do that? He takes down Jim. The Nitro doesn't connect, and it's just a waiting game. How's hiding. He still has 2 air jabs left at his disposal. Could use these to single-handedly cut off the rotates and flanks, but Skonix already made his way back into the site. Now, if NDB can at least find one here, it's going to make his job infinitely more doable. Position now given away from Skonix. He knows that there's one player inside behind the bar. However, NDB chooses to ignore this and forego the gunfight, but Skonix with the pistol is there. Throwables, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to max OT.
This is about as close as it can get. It's back and forth, but every time Monash Throwables look like they're about to lose, they claw it back, and now it's overtime match point. Will this be the round with RMIT Black finally falls, or will they make it third time the charm and actually be able to close this one out?
This point spot, I don't know anymore. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to guess. It really is with these two teams, just, you know, round for round for round for round. It is. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is very Evo-like. Teams in Evo tend to go round for round very much. Every game they play pretty much is very back and forth. But, you know, with RMIT Black on the defense now, hopefully they can make something happen in terms of the late part of this round, because right now, obviously 7-7, it's all on the line. This is going to be whoever takes the lead of this match based on how this round plays out. And with Vinny on 15 and 6, Jin on 12 and 9, it is going to be a big question. Who can out-frag each other? Because that's what it's going to come down to, I think. Because with that Amaru pick from ON, I think that it's going to be a very hard and fast attempt at the bomb side here for Throwables.
10 seconds left before insertion.
They want to change this pace up. So far, it's been a long slug, a long jog for both teams, and a quick take might be what is needed to throw some energy back into the attack from Throwables. Time and time again, they've been stalled out by that roam game. Might be time to change things up and just go for the site straight away.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's going to be a rush, unfortunately, because ON isn't in the building yet. So, you know, that sort of takes away all the hope that we had there. But 2 G8s on the board again. We saw it on Oregon. It was quite scary, with obviously it in the hands of Jumpstream and ON. So, you know, if they can make not only the G8 work, but the utility that they bring on the respective operators that they have, could definitely prove to be an issue here for RMIT Black, because on their defense, they have to now worry because Skonic has made a large amount of progress up to where he currently is. There goes Owen on a very ill-advised vault in. However, Pink is there for the trade onto Axe Hydra. And, well, he's going to find almost another as Jin goes down to Jumpstream there in the end. But I want to say that this is looking bad for RMIT Black, but Vinny on this flank, that could be big.
Yeah, who knows, with both these teams playing so proficiently, but no, it was from below. Sonic's actually made it all the way up the basement stairs, cuts off that rotate, Indomie gets one, but will it be enough? He will be taken down to 1v3. OJ is the last to clutch up. Will he be able to take this away from Throwables, or will it be Throwables' game? No, he will not wash out. He is not. Takes out OJ, and that will be another map for Onyx.
The
Throwables.
chat is ghostly. Throwables, the only members to drop the GH. I would imagine that is the symbolism of the chalking that has undergone in the RMIT Black BC. 15 and 7, 12 and 10, big numbers from Jin and Vincere. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to amount to too much other than another round on the chart up there for Throwables. But yeah, it is unfortunate to see that, you know, on RMIT's pick, they couldn't quite hold on to it. It went all the way to the 15 rounds. And ultimately, I think RMIT did a very good job at keeping it as close as they did, but Throwables tonight just looks so good, Spud. They do really look great going into these last maps. But speaking of last map, possibly is our next game. We are going to cut to a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do some re-hosting and all of that. So we will catch you on the flip side. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5.
Before we're done.
From classic iced tea flavours like peach or mango to exotic lychee or pomegranate, you can enjoy your Chatime any way you like. Chatime, shaking tea up.
Before we're done.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Our delicious new gingerbread and white chocolate Chatime is available in your choice of milky or frozen iced tea, or made hot, so you can enjoy it any way you like. Chatime, shaking tea up.
Intro. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Short tactical break here for this best of 5 huge series. We're going to be getting into our third map of the evening, technically the fourth if you count the advantage, but we are going to be getting straight into the game. No messing about, says production, right onto Coastline Align Band to kick things off. Spud, what are we thinking elsewise? Obviously Jackal to follow now. Are we thinking Valkyrie Mirror, possibly, maybe?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Valkyrie taken off the board. There's just so many runouts you can do, and Throwables, they want to counter RMIT Black's aggression. So, yeah, taking off the Valkyrie, wouldn't be surprised if they choose to do so.
Yeah, there we go. Gonskis. Thanks for coming. No Valkyrie. All the same, though, to finish things off, I'd imagine it's going to be the Mirror. I hope it's going to be the Mirror, because if Mirror is left up, that is going to be big for RMIT Black, who are starting on the defense, but keep in mind, Spud, Pulse. It's not the Mirror. Okay. Oh, when cry your heart out. No Pulse, unfortunately, for Coastline. Could be a hindrance to the man, the myth. I mean, he is a shotgun fanatic, we know, but now that just sort of pushes him towards the whole FO12 thing, so I'm scared.
You win some, you lose some, you know?
Yeah, I'm scared.
On the one hand, you take out the Pulse, but on the other, you force him to play Ella Shotgun, and we've seen how that has gone, so, you know, might not be the best play in the long run, but guess we'll find out, because Throwables are starting on the attack anyway, so it'll be at least 6 rounds before we see them bring out the Ella Shotgun anyway.
Yeah, the other shotgun is scary, but thankfully we haven't seen it just yet because, you know, they aren't defending first. And no one from RMIT Black is game enough to bring it out just yet. So, yeah, fair enough. But right now, it's a fresh map, Spud. 0-0, back to fresh beginnings in the beginning. We are here, starting it off anew on Coastline. Now, a map, we've seen it played out multiple times, and we know that it usually favours the attacker. Spud, do you think that's going to be the case this evening, or do you think that some weird thing's going to happen and RMIT Black are going to blitz on the defense?
Well, with the new changes that have come in with Coastline, it is a little bit easier to defend. You do get VIP to hold onto, and that might be something that RMIT Black want to play with. They are, of course, setting up right now. There is a drone in there, but I want to see what they commit to this VIP side here. Yeah, they have the shields for it. They have the Lucy gadgets. It's whether they choose to hold it hard or play someone nearby.
Big question. It is the big question, Spud, but 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds gone, should I say.
Yeah, that was
and
fast.
Throwables, yeah, I was going to say, quick round. Really quick round. I would make a joke there, but I don't think it'd go too well. All the same, Throwables now finally starting to drone into the side of the VIP. And again, Thatcher on the board, Spud. Something we don't usually see, but whoo, Vin's here. Thanks for coming. OJ as well on the Owen. Yeah, I don't think they're here to play around, Spud.
Yeah, on a famously attacker-sided map, Vinny opens it up, and that's 2 players already wiped off the map for Throwables, and we're only a minute in. As you said, RMIT Black not here to muck about. They want to get this over with, and they are pushing Throwables hard.
It's definitely the case. Play slows down again. Half the round has surpassed, and oh no, jump streak. Please don't get caught out here. No, okay, so he's gonna remain alive. He's not taken down. Maverick has opened up some cute little holes in the VIP wall to peek through, and you know, sets himself up for some interesting plays here. But Ahau has made his way downstairs into the kitchen solo, and possibly looks to walk up cool vibes to get some frags here. But with Malusi in not Malusi, yeah, no, Malusi in play. Sorry, I was thinking about the right operator. It is going to be relatively difficult to get up those stairs without making too much noise, due to the fact, obviously, the wub go brr, and that there's actually a player holding it, being NDB. Now, whether or not Ahau chooses to get aggressive into this is going to be the next question, because now, after sledging the wire, he sort of leaves himself open for, well, peeking.
Yeah, there's 2 players holding that right now. Both OJ and NDB are close by. He's got 1 frag grenade, but there's probably an ADS there to catch it as well, which means he's going to do that all for naught. He's just holding his time now. Jump stream, sorry, will also be holding the flanks, and suddenly this attack is slowed down from that initial pace that was set.
Yeah, it is. The pace has definitely died down a considerable amount with only 25 seconds left, and here comes Skonic, but as I say that, Skonic no more. Jin takes him down, OJ to find Ahau. It's now up to Jump Stream. They're on track. They were on track for a flawless round. He will find one, but Vince is there to find him back. Jump Stream falls, and RMIT Black are going to find their first round on Coastline, looking a whole lot better than they have in the previous 2.
Yeah, a bit of time away there helped them to kind of stack things back up, and I think that for the first time they've managed to open up the map, I believe. Let me take a look at my notes. Yeah, Throwables have won the first round both times on the last 2 maps, so maybe this is a sign of things to come. If we go back and forth eventually, RMIT Black will take a win, maybe at 8-7 again.
Shadowing, Spud. It's the word we use for it, but again, I'm not going to put my money on anybody yet, because it's not what we should be doing. Impartial, Spud.
Yeah, that's right.
Impartial. It is the way that you sort of hold yourself coming into a broadcast. And RMIT are definitely holding themselves up well now in this 3rd map. They've had ample time to warm on up and start to get ready for things, should we say. given that, they haven't had the best start, let's be honest. Down 2 maps with nothing to answer back for themselves, even with the map advantage right now, is not the best start for RMIT Black.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
Throwables are looking to win out the championship here, and
5
they've
seconds
definitely
left.
brought their A game tonight. I mean, 2 maps up on the favourites
Attackers'
is definitely a
objective
big
is to
feat in
defuse the
itself.
bomb.
Yeah, and they started, of course, from that map disadvantage, so they managed to climb back all the way from the beginning. So, well done to them, definitely, on getting so far. But now it's all up to RMIT Black to fight back. The momentum has been tipped over. Can RMIT Black hold back that tide, or will it be AHAL leading the charge for RMIT? For Throwables, 2 already. Wow, that's fast.
It's pretty big for Throwables starting off, especially taking down Axe and Jin, 2 of the people that have been doing a lot of frag work so far for RMIT Black. However, Vinny still stands, and OJ. So, if they have anything to say about it, they're definitely going to be doing their best to try and shut something down here. OJ takes a few shots in his general direction and chooses to back off. Probably not a terrible idea, however. Now, it is going to come down to whether or not RMIT can hold on in the 3v5 deficit, because Throwables have got themselves set up pretty good here for this kitchen tape.
Yeah, they've got the top floor
Excuse me.
cut off. They have the horizontal. They're going to be executing soon, and they've still got a lot of time to work with. That gives them time to kind of get these drones in position, search for these last players, but there's one above. OJ has made it all the way upstairs, and he's, in fact, going to be taken out by 2 players, swinging him both at the same time. That's some good awareness. Good coordination means it's going to be a 2v4 as it falls up to Vinny and NDB to find this round.
DB and Vinny just need to do some big work here. Pika goes down, NDB takes a lot of damage, does manage to find the kill onto AHAL though, very quickly equalizing things back to a 2v2. This is manageable for RMIT Black. However, now, unfortunately, the skeleton key through the roof is going to be able to remove him from the remainder of this round. But now it's all up to Vincere. Inside of the bathroom, has good position to lock down the members of the remaining attack here. Throwables need to get into the site and get this bomb down. Washstream is going to jump right on in and look to possibly go for this diffuser plant. We'll be able to clear out the Malusi as well, and Vincere, he will spot the buck. Flashbangs to follow into the courtyard. Maybe they have information on exactly his whereabouts, but I'm not too sure if Skonic is aware that he is necessarily standing very close to his right. That is going to be something he has to deal with in the coming seconds. The pre-fire from Vinny gives his position away. A lot of damage dealt. Rotates to the main lobby. Tries to peek down the main hall, but Skonic is there and waiting in Throwables. They're going to find a round on coastline.
Plant, and right after that, a kill. They executed very well, of course. Starting out strong, AHAL opening up 2 entry picks there, 5v3, and quickly into a 5v2. But of course, it's not over until it's really over. Mighty Black find 3 to take it to 2v2, but ultimately Throwables was just too much, and they will even it out 1-1 apiece here.
This is very well done so far. I mean, it's 1-1. It is, again, starting to fall back into that pattern of round for round for round for Spud. You're seeing a pattern starting to form here. I think everybody in chat as well is starting to see this come out. So hopefully someone can break the norm on coast, because I'd imagine Throwables definitely want to close it out here and end it. But RMIT Black is still looking to claw their way at least onto the board, because they haven't won any maps here tonight. So that is going to be sort of haunting them a little bit here, and I'd imagine this is going to be their attempt trying to make something happen. But keep in mind, this is Throwables' map pick spot. So they definitely had the confidence coming onto coastline, knowing that they are going up against RMIT Black, that are a very good team on coastline. Albeit, they decided, you know what, let's have a crack. So maybe Throwables think they've got this in the bag.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this amongst the production team that, yeah, RMIT Black are really, really good on coastline as well. So Yeah, Throwables going out for a bold move here and choosing to take RMIT Black to their own stomping grounds. So far, again, it's been even back and forth. We're not really sure who's going to come out on top of this one, but both teams able to dish out the damage.
Vinny interestingly busts out the other shotgun. Pistol in hand. There's no one directly on the bar window there that he can find to pop with the RG-15, but all the same, he's going to be waiting for his opportunity to rise, and it may come sooner rather than later with AHAL getting a little bit comfortable with his current position. Now, Orange Juice. Oh! Scottic. Head removed. Axe Hydra finds one on the Owen as well. He's looking for another one. Oh! Jump stream goes down as well, and yeah, this is looking like an RMIT Black round.
We do see the return of the famous Ella shotgun. I'm glad we got to see it. I'm not sure if Vinny's actually managed to find anyone with it yet, but hey, could be soon. OJ still holding this very, very tight angle, and he's not giving it up. That's 2 versus 5. Could be in for a flawless round here from RMIT Black.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Definitely could be the case. I mean, unless Throwables can really pick up a couple of kills here and there onto some unsuspecting RMIT Black players, but with NDB in such a position, I don't think AHAL's going to clean him up here. Yeah, no. Diffuser now down as well, which was in the hands of the Ash for some reason. No. Okay, there goes the floors. Pika finally finds one. He's going to retrieve the diffuser as well. And look, while my hopes may be high for Pika to clutch this, logistically, it's not looking too good, Spy.
Yeah, look, the numbers just don't add up here for him. You might be able to find 1, 2 maybe, but hey, 4 players, it's difficult to say the least. And hey, look at OJ there. He's still got 3 magnets in pocket. He's just not, he doesn't care about utility. He just needs to kill people at this point.
I mean, that's all he has been doing. There you go. He finds him. Pika goes down. RMIT Black, they find their second. And I will say, they're pretty good at coast, bud. We came into this knowing that, and they're definitely showing us that they are still relatively decent at it. So, Throwables, this was their pick, but I don't know if it was a well-advised one.
Yeah, interesting. Again, interesting tactical decision. It's still a little bit early to entirely write Throwables off here and say, okay, that was a terrible move. Maybe they've got some hidden strats. Maybe on defense they'll start warming up, but RMIT Black definitely very dominant in that last round.
Yeah, that definitely is the case so far. I think RMIT really sort of cleaned up the mess that they had sort of had in the previous couple of rounds with the roam game. And I mean, yes, while Throwables weren't necessarily clearing the roam at all, and while RMIT Black was doing the same thing, not clearing the Throwables roam, I think RMIT Black have improved the roam that wasn't being cleared into something that is now quite scary if you're a Throwables player, because RMIT Black, that round, we're very close to having a flawless, just based off of, I believe, 3 to 4 kills just from OJ on the roam. And again, was not stopped at all by Throwables. So, you know, taking that into account and everything else that we've been seeing, RMIT Black have definitely upped their game a little bit here.
Yeah, the aggression's starting to pay off here, and you know what better map to do it on than Coastline? That's where all the monkeys got to play, and here it's just really working out for RMIT Black. Axe Hydra though, I want to highlight. Look at that, he's got the ward, and he's countering jump stream right there.
Yeah, Yingo Brew, but in this instance, nothing to come out yet from Jump Stream in terms of Candelas. However, we are still yet to see that utility used, and obviously the LMG of Ying is one of, well, high capacity, we'll say. Axe now droned out, and 90 is going to force him back towards the other side, more towards Jin at least, where his teammate will be residing. holding inside of the newly reformed VIP. However, it looks like Throwables are going to be doing a clear from that side across anyway. So time wasted here for RMIT Black is going to be key in terms of holding on for as long as they can. But they've already given it up. They're going to let Throwables walk in, not completely uncontested, but it is going to be a little bit of a battle, I think.
You're holding these angles into 90. Axe Hydra's going to find the opening pick. He will be droned out though, and he's in a world of hurt here. One player about to swing in, goes through the wall, but can't quite find that last kill. SMG in hand, but no, it will be Owen who has more bullets and the extra health to clean him up.
6 utility being used across the board here. You hear it sort of just popping off in the background. Now, choice is going to be now in the hands of Throwables. What do you want to go for? Jin finds one on the Skonic. That is going to be a good frag to open things up. Buck now removed. However, Ying in play completely blinds his teammate. Almost completely would have blinded himself if Ying didn't sort of not blind her safe. Nade, well placed by Pika. A lovely shot from Jumpstream as well on the Jin. Now OJ as well to bite the Duster 2v3 in favour of the Throwables. It's all left up to the clutch men themselves, NDB and Vinci. We saw them do it on Kitchen. Well, they got very close on Kitchen from a 2v5, but do you reckon they're going to be able to do a 2v3 here, Spud, with only 30 seconds left?
Well, the time will be in the advantage of the defenders here. That Gemini clone will get caught out, but he crosses at the wrong time, and now Vinny all by himself has to find 15 seconds now, and Owen is starting to go for the plant now. He's being cut off. He has to go for the rotate now and play for the diffuser. It does go down. One player holding the cross gets him. 2 others to find, but they've fallen back. They've got safe positions. Owen on the reload. Could this be the moment he swings out? He is safe though. Goes for the bait. Ooh, managed to stay alive. So far, both teams just kind of holding, waiting for the right moment. Vinny gets off the plant, but Pika will go down. It's Owen finally, who will end RMIT's hope of taking that round.
Playing off the contact is very good to see there. 4 Throwables, they got the coordination to get the job done, and getting it done they are. It's another round on the board for them now, and that is going to be putting them a step closer. Well, they've equalised now, but a step closer to, well, I don't know, Spud. I want to say dubs, but it, as we sort of said, you know, it's very even footing. It's very back and forth, and no one is taking a definitive lead, Spud, and it is very hard to sit here and say, yeah, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, because I genuinely don't. It is anybody's game right now, and that is something that I don't think I've seen for a while, because a lot of games that you see, it is, you know, this team is expected to beat this team definitely is going to beat this team, etc., etc. But, you know, coming into this, it was sort of like, yeah, well, you know, we've seen these teams versus each other before. We've seen these teams go up against each other multiple times. You know, one team comes out victorious this time, one team comes out victorious that time. But right now, you know, the round for round, it is literally single rounds separating the difference between these two teams. And right now, the Throwables, I would say, seem to be the ones that have the lead. But RMIT Black can just flip that switch at any time. I mean, we saw Vinny do it last game on Villa. So could that be the case, Bud? Do we see them flip that switch?
Well, they better do it soon. There's not much time left to work with here. Axe going for that cheeky spawn peek, doesn't quite find anyone, but hey, no damage done to himself either, so he'll at least survive for another day. And yeah, Throwables on this attack are doing pretty well. RMIT Black equally as well, 2-2 apiece now, and we're just waiting now for RMIT Black to either flip the switch or Throwables to finally take this to its conclusion and take it away 3-1.
Just thought of a funny, Spud. It's just reminiscing on good times. All the same. Siege this is. Nothing outside of Siege. It's all Siege we think about. It's all I ever think about. It's burned into my mind.
Yep.
All the same, RMIT Black now they're going to very quickly forfeit VIP as well as it seems Master and everything close towards Theatre as well. And they may be opting for some more, Nitro-oriented gameplay here. They do have one in the hands of Axe Hydra who was roaming, so whether or not... No, he's not even below, so that might not even be the play here. They may just have a couple members downstairs for the heck of it, but he is going to be droned out and he is going to be forced back deeper into luggage now. Bit of a slow start, Spud. There's only half a round left and not much has happened.
Yeah, that's quite different to the type of play we've usually seen. But Axe Hydra, he started with a spawn pick and he starts with the opening kill. Owen taken off the board. That's the annoying Finker, the LMG and the grenades gone. A good pick here as Heihao looks to finally pinch and end his life.
Just a Mexican standoff spot. I don't even think there's really much you need to say. It's the pre-fire from Axe here. Almost found the head. It's close, but no cigar on the shot, unfortunately for the Mozzie there. However, Beakers doesn't seem too game on the push through here. He knows that the play is close. Nade to be cooked. The ADS will save Axe Hydra's life, but here comes the swing on round. There you go. Thanks for coming. However, off-screen Skonic will find Jin. So it's a 3v4 in favour of RMIT Black right now. But, I mean, it is still relatively open. Oh, no, he knows, but he's not going to get the kill. Axe with 3. He could be on for an ace here, Spud. He gets 4. They're just... Guys, let's all just walk into Axe Hydra's crosshair and let him shoot us. Nice.
Will it be the ace? Does he finally make it? He plays safe. He knows this, but... Oh, what? No! NDB, don't take it. Don't take it. Not like this.
What a thief. What a thief. Can we get a replay on that round, please? I know we didn't get a rehost for OJ falling through a washing machine, but that's a stolen ace. I want that replayed. We can't have that. Axe Hydra worked so hard for that ace. He just sat in one corner. There was so much hard work. Oh, what a shame. What a shame, Throwables. Well done by Axe. Really can't fault him. Really cannot fault him there. I mean, take what you're given, I guess.
Bit of a... I'm not sure throwing is the right word there for Throwables. Just walking into him one by one. But yeah, just a bit puzzling that they didn't commit more utility maybe, or at least put someone on the aqua balk. I suppose time may have been an issue as well. Yeah, he just got away with that. It's just sitting right next to that door and everyone just walked into it and paid the price.
Definitely did pay a little bit in terms of, well, all of their lives, all 4 of them. Almost 5. Shout out to NDB for ruining the ace attempt there for Axe. It's unfortunate. Could have seen him on 7, but, you know, it's the end of the day. It doesn't matter. It's all pixels. And it is just a couple of fake kills in a video game. But all the same, 3-2, RMIT Black lead. Throwables need to get a 3-3 here if they want to have an easier time on the defense side of things. But RMIT Black will move on to the attack, which, you know, logistically, Spud, is the easier, well, not the easier, the more dominant side on Coastline. So, you know, will we see that continue out here? Because relatively at the moment, it has been even between defense and attack. It could be a 3-3, could be... Oh no, Pika catch that. A bit of a fat finger there for Owen, unfortunately. But, yeah, I mean, right now, it's even, Spud. Or it's close.
Yeah, RMIT Black is only 1 round ahead, and we've seen how these go. They always go back and forth. OJ will be called. He doesn't quite get that kill as he is forced to fall back. Jin, however, the one to open it up. Service door and 1 player, Pika, already off the board.
Definitely not a good start, unfortunately, with Pika going down early on to Jin, but all the same, can't really dwell on it too long if you are a Throwables member. You've got to get those refrags on the board and try and make the best of the situation you've been dealt. Now, site setup here for RMIT Black is that of an interesting one. All of the kitchen opened up along the service, with the footholes to try and contest into main lobby. However, the control of Throwables now sort of gives them the ability to deny a lot of that ability to rotate round inside the main lobby without being sort of shut down on those angles because, you know, they have crosses, etc. So hopefully Throwables can make use of the control that they have of the white stairs, albeit RMIT have got the crossfires set up to at least maybe make Throwables' life a little bit harder.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Up above now, Sonics will be looking to exert some vertical pressure down here. They have a minute to work with, so it's still plenty of time, but oh, will it? No, the shotgun is not going to be enough. Jump stream with the PR takes out Vinny. Now it's even man count once again.
With Vinny down, that's big, especially with AHA now finding Jin too. Two huge fraggers that we've seen in the past for RMIT Black doing big things for them. That is unfortunate. NDB literally just slumped jump stream. You saw him eat the wall as he tripped over on the character model there. Axe was a little bit confused, however, again in the back. Owen is actually inside of the bomb side. NDB going to go down from behind. However, Ahau now taken down by OJ, finished off as well. Owen takes a little bit of damage on the swing. Axe Hydra needs to fight a multitude of people coming into his bomb site. He finds the first, he gets the second. Skonic can't make a dint on his hold. We do apologise for lag, ladies and gentlemen. Currently, we're currently going through some stormy weather down our end of things. So hopefully it's not a repeat of last week's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We pray. We pray that it isn't. But it's a 4-2 half for RMIT Black. 2 to Throwables. They're on the defense now. Sparta, they're going to be able to claw their way back through.
Look, if RMIT Black take this round, then it'll be 2-2, and of course it goes down to that decider. A long road, but a road nevertheless to victory for either of these teams. Throwables now need to find 2 rounds in order to equalize, whereas RMIT finally get the hand at attack, and of course Vinny gets the play. Oh no, he's not on the finger. It will be OJ actually.
Vinny, how could you forfeit your bay like that?
Bomb located by attackers.
OJ's robbed him of the finker, which is a shame because, you know, Vince here does so well on that finker. All the same though, you know, could see OJ pull some big things off. He's done some good fragging so far for Coastline, so you know, don't put it past him. It's going to be a good split for RMIT Black though now, obviously being on the attacking side of things from the defense. It's going to leave Throwables in the hard end of things because, you know, Coastline does tend to be, as I mentioned, attacker-sided, or the angles, you know, the big open square skylight. Even though they did sort of nerf the angles that can be held from said skylight, it does still provide a good angle for the attackers to cut off the majority of rotates from one edge of the map to the other. So if played correctly, Throwables, you know, can avoid all that, but RMIT Black can definitely utilize that, those sort of crosses to their own advantage, but there's no picks early here for either team.
OJ going for this repel. He is looking to get some of this utility out of the way. Grenade goes out, as well as a Gone 6, and that's going to be a bulletproof, at least some information denied. But Axe Hydra, first of all, Ahau takes him out, and once again, man advantage now back to Throwables, which means they can hold on for dear life, play those trades, and, you know, in theory, they should be good. But Vinny takes out Owen as well. A trade back now, and it's 4-4 once again.
It's a good start both ways for both teams, actually, should I say. However, a smoke for an IQ, it's a relatively even trade in terms of the utility provided. Obviously, smoke with a denial, but the IQ single-handedly can provide so much information in terms of cams, ADSs, etc. Come on, orange juice, pull the trigger. You know you want to. Oh, so close. Pika gets away with his face, though, somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. Manages to survive that entourage. Why did I say entourage? That barrage, sorry, of bullets. It comes through now. The nade from below for OJ doesn't do any damage, actually, to the player inside of Hookah, which is a bit of a shame for the Finker. Actually takes more damage than he dealt himself. And now there's only a minute left for RMIT Black to make it into the site in a 4v4 spot.
Yeah, time's gonna work. Did NDB just nade himself and do more
I think
damage?
so, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Looks like the grenades just aren't working today for RMIT Black. That's two that haven't quite made it work. Ahan now is looking to play aggressively on the stairs. He's chilling on cool vibes. He's holding his position. He knows a grenade comes out, gets one. Jin falls. So does that drone. And now, what was looking like a dire situation is looking even worse for RMIT Black.
Go for more, son. Gets the quad. Come on. Give him the ace. It's a very similar Axe Hydra situation that we're in, ladies and gentlemen. AHAL finds 4. Wants the 5th, completely blind out of his mind, though. Vinny is going to have to be the player that he needs to find in the next 15 seconds. And whether or not he actually can find this frag is the next question as well. On low HP, obviously, it is going to be a bit of a challenge. But albeit, doesn't walk in. Vinny may be just playing for KD and some frags here. Doesn't find the head of Pika, but again, stolen, funnily enough, by the Jaeger. NDB now Pika. No aces for anybody just yet, and it is a shame to see, but albeit Throwables find themselves at their 3rd round.
Yeah.
Those pesky Jaegers, man.
Yeah, right? Some man just wants his ace, but no. The Jaeger's like, you know what? I gotta kill. I'm tired of killing only grenades. I want a pick here. Let me in. You're not a true Jaeger main unless you've stolen someone's ace.
Multiple times. It has to be more than once. If it's just the once, it was a genuine mistake. Twice? 3 times? Yeah, okay. Jaeger main. Can't really blame Pika, though. He does do well on it. So, got to give that respect where it's due. All the same, though, respect both ways. Throwables looking to equalize. They are on 3. Very close to 4.
Bomb located by attackers.
As I say this, the storm begins where I am as well. So, in the same boat as production. Shout out Nuttery. Wow. Sorry, that is quite heavy, ladies and gentlemen, all the same. But yeah, Throwables right now. They look really good. They look really good, Spud. I mean, they're getting close to equalizing.
10 seconds
And...
to go.
Given the style of play that we've seen so far round for round,
5
I would not be
seconds to go.
surprised if we did see a 4-4 here, but definitely wouldn't be surprised if we saw a 5-3 for RMIT Black because they have been doing really well so far on Coast. 4-2 speaks for itself, but I guess we'll see.
In service now, the usual secondary site will be brought into play here. Throwables, of course, won that top 4 site pretty handily, so maybe they hope to make a repeat of that here on that first floor. But apart from that, well, Pika already taken a bit of damage, maybe off a spawn peak or some pre-fires going out, but hey, relatively slow start here, which is not something I usually expect from these teams.
No, but it is something that I think we've seen a lot of, Spud. Even if it isn't a slow start, it's a very slow mid-round. It's never a slow end game. Everyone's always running around to get inside at the end of the round. But start to mid-round for both of these teams so far has been quite slow. Now, OJ has made a considerable way here deep in the luggage. Vinny also takes a lot of damage off screen. Here comes Pinker Boost, though. Oh, Pika's there to collect. Finds the head of OJ. No more fragging this round. Vinny goes down as well. The 2 star players, OCN, doesn't matter. They're going to be on cams. AHAL now to find himself a double as well on the Axe Hydra. Jin could be the only person to refrag. Indeed, he will. NDB finds ON as well very quickly. Things almost balance back out. 2 versus 3 in favor of Throwables. This could be where they equalize, Spud.
A headshot is all it takes in this game. One player can make all the difference here. Throwables, of course, do have that advantage now, but it's not. It could end very shortly. Sonic's looking for that peak. He manages to find NDB, and now 1v3. Jin has to find all these players. He starts by opening up 1. Picks up the diffuser. He's still got plenty of time, a minute, in fact. He can start doing some vertical lots to work with, but man, this is a difficult position.
He's going to try and use the... I think he's going to try and use the breach pad to try and mask the sound of the jump in. However, the Elamine being there is going to cause issues of its own. Now, they have the Z pings and red pings paired together here, so Jin is in a bit of a predicament in terms of his position being exposed to the defense, and there you go. Bit of damage dealt to his left. The swing on round from jump stream to the right. It is a left-right good night, and that is going to be the equalizer now for Throwables. 4-4. Spud, they've clawed their way back from down 2 on the half. Could we see them overtake here for the lead? I mean, right, I want to say they look so good. I had a hot date up cool vibes. Yeah, shout out Chef Jeff, champion, legend among men. But yeah, all the same. Spud, they've equalised. It's 4-4. What do we think going forward? Axe Hydra's busting out the Monty. I think things are getting dire for RMIT Black, unless it's a 6, which it is. Okay, don't worry, I take it back.
Hey, I was actually excited to see him play the Monty. I wanted to see something new here, but...
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. Brace... Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm just not gonna get excited for things anymore because I always get let down.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
That is quite literally a perfect saying for what emotions I'm feeling right now. I've been lied to, robbed, just hurt in general by a lack of Monty here. Thank you very much, Axe Hydra. But it's fine. We saw Clash. That's enough for me, Spud.
Penthouse Theatre. So they've chosen to ditch blue bars, double bars, which is the usual secondary site. And now that you can hold on to VIP a little bit better, you do see Penthouse Theatre make kind of its return. And yeah, we see those holes, peaky holes being opened up. I'm really excited to see what Throwables have in store for us in terms of this extended hold because, yeah, we don't see it too often.
Do not, Spud, even... Depends, I guess, what you watch. Sometimes you'll see it. Depends on the league. I mean, I know we saw it a little bit today in our other broadcasts, so it's good to see that people are starting to implement the Penthouse site, which was quite difficult to hold back in the day. But now, obviously, with the changes, it is made a little bit, well, more palpable. Thank you to its changes. So, good to see Throwables implementing that bomb site into their rotation, and albeit maybe RMIT Black will struggle, I would say, to possibly deal with that. But Jin goes down. Unfortunately, the Nitro from below isn't going to finish him off, and the call will now be made on the default if he crawls too far back, and I'd imagine it's going to be a finish through the floor here for Ahau if it is called out. It has been. He's going to maybe go try a look for that right now. However, I don't think he's going to be able to get that kill. He's close. Yeah, there we go. Owen's there. He finishes it off. Axe Hydra misses the cross, and, well, that's a good opener here for Throwables.
Yeah, definitely some speedy boys running around. Jin just caught a little bit unaware. It's hard, you know, to hear C4s from below, and what do you expect? And what do you expect here? Of course, Owen with the shotgun. We saw Vinny play it. Didn't go... We didn't see too much from it, but hey, if there's anyone who can make it work, it will be Owen. I just want to see whether they make Penthouse Theatre work, because that will be true mastery.
No, don't walk in. It's a trap. OJ, don't do it. Don't do... Oh, wait, he walked in. Okay, don't worry. There's no Elamine there. It's fine. I thought there was, and I thought that OJ was about to meet the skill cannon one-on-one, so it's fine, guys. There was no Elamine. He is largely safe, and he will take down Owen as well. And he's actually going to manage to get some information, clear that wall off. He will be able to Hibana it now, obviously, with the replicator going on through and designating that all of the VIP side of things is relatively clear. But Spud, there's only 50 seconds left to 4v4. It is still really anybody's game. I mean, Throwables have the crossfires, but do RMIT Black have the utility to make it happen?
Quickly running out. A frag grenade is going to be the last from that Iana now.
Oh, no.
Onyx actually playing very close to this breach. Will he find one? He does. Another from OJ, however, and NDB gets one as well. That makes it a 3v2 now. Advantage now in the favor of Throwables, but time is ticking away. OJ has to go for the plant, but one goes down. OJ will manage to stick this plant below with the cover of OJ. Axe, no, he goes down, but the diffuser is down, and Axe Hydra just needs to hold on for dear life to take away this round.
Well, it's going to have to be a big amount of big brain play here for Throwables. The defuse bait. Axe Hydra is going to get spot on the first, but Pika hits that shot and takes down Max. Jump stream down, but not out.
Defenders have disabled
He's
the
going to
bomb
get the
diffuser.
defuse as well, and Throwables
Defender
off a
mission
round that they
successful.
arguably shouldn't have won. They're going to walk away with it. Somehow.
Yeah, that was all falling apart for Throwables there, but thanks to some quick thinking, they managed to take out the plant right after he got off the plant. And of course, NDB when he was covering, and that left them in a 1v2. If you play it right, of course, then you have one go for the defuse, one go for the whoever peaks, and it played out perfectly. Throwables able to take out that last player, and now, once again, pick up the lead from, I believe it was a 4-2 deficit. That's 3 rounds in a row for Monash Throwables. You all right there, buddy?
Definitely.
Protect the bombs from
I'm
being defused by
just
attackers.
Spud caught me off guard, I'll be honest. I was just letting them pick their option piece. They didn't need us narrating it.
Yeah.
They're just
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. That's why they're in the finals. You know, I'm
Yeah,
not
right.
in the final. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't blame them. You know, I'm just along for the good ride, and a good ride it's been. I mean, Throwables right now 1 round away from OT. Let's be honest, that is big if you're a Throwables fan. RMIT Black put on the back foot. They got the 4-2 half, but they haven't won a single round in 3 rounds, and that is something to be worried about. Especially if Throwables can keep this momentum up, because if they do, it's going to be a very quick GG. Well,
Attackers are moving out to locate
if they
a bomb
don't
and
lose
defuse
another
it.
round, that is. Albeit, I don't think RMIT Black are going to let that happen. Now, Castle is in play here. They are looking for a bit of an extension. Obviously, castling off the new windows implemented with the coastline change. So that is always good to see when the new operators are brought out. Albeit, RMIT Black now trail. Need to catch back up to Throwables.
Of course, this is one of the maps RMIT Black is very, very good at. So, yeah, so far it looks like it's paying off for Throwables. Of course, we don't want to make that decision too early. As Jin takes out Jump Street, Castle wiped off the board here. And yeah, that might be another case of Caster's Curse coming in.
I never mentioned him, so if it was Caster's Curse, it was your fault.
Yeah,
And
100%.
we'll just chalk it up. We'll just chalk it up to that. That's fine. We'll put it on the tab. All the same, though, a good opening pick for Jin. Finding Jump Stream early on inside of VIP, that is going to be huge. But look at this. Pika coming on round. No drones. Will he, the Yana clone, will he choose to peek this? Indeed, he finds the first. Not looking Axe Hydra. He's going to take down both! Jin and Axe both fall. He's going to get away with it as well for at least a small amount of time until someone can come and refrag him here. He's going to go for the run. He's going to get away. Makes it out to the hallway. RMIT Black, I'd be mad. I'll be honest, I would be very upset about what just happened there. That is an unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah, look, my mouth hit my jaw literally hit my desk. I was just like, no, he cannot do that and get away with it. He's made it all the way back to site. Well, RMIT Black had the advantage, but Pika just turned it back the other way, and Sonics furthers that. Now, OJ taken off the board. Will this be match point for Throwables? 3 rounds to nothing for 3 maps, sorry. To nothing for RMIT Black. RMIT Black so dominant throughout this competition, but suddenly, when the world needed them most, they vanished.
Like the Avatar.
Uh-huh.
Get it? That's where the reference came from. Sorry, I said to do that. NDP, Pika. See you later. He's not the Avatar. He was just sent back to the Shadow Realm of all places. And now, a 2v3, it's more doable. It is definitely more doable here for RMIT Black. Again, the almost clutching duo, NDB and Vincia. Now, the Toxic Babes are going to prove to be a bit of an issue. Owen using his utility quite well. However, Sophia has made it into the site, and that is not general knowledge, apparently, for the defense. Then to be D, we'll find a how. Owen now trying to contest with the shotgun. Vincia has made his way on round with the diffuser to join his teammate. It is going to have to be the old... Okay.
Oh.
Owen from downtown with the shotgun. He's going to be able to clean up Vinny, and on the cross as well, Skonix there to find the final. And that is match point now, ladies and gentlemen, in favor of Throwables. It's their map pick, Spud. What can I say? This is the map they wanted to play, and it's looking pretty good.
Well, they knew what they were doing. Against all odds, they've made it this far. They were sent to the lower bracket by RMIT Black. They fought their way tooth and nail all the way back here now, and now they look like they're going to take a 3-1 upset win against RMIT Black for the championship point. You could have argued that last season, maybe it was a fluke. RMIT Black just let them have that. But 2 seasons in a row, Throwables definitely are going to dethrone RMIT Black
Defenders,
for
protect your
good.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
If they win, but they haven't won yet. So, that
I
could
just
be
wanna-
the case.
Yeah. Could be.
Keep could in there. RMIT Black still might have a chance against the Throwables right now, but I do have to say, based on what we've seen so far, it is looking more and more like Throwables are sort of set to close it out. And to be honest, RMIT Black, they started off coastline with a heater of a few rounds. I mean, they ended the half 4-2. It looked really good on paper. And
5
now,
seconds left before insertion.
2 rounds up, Throwables find themselves in a good position to end the dream. It isn't good if you're an RMIT Black fan, but Throwables have definitely put the work in, and it is showing right now.
Look, that one round that was a rather unfortunate incident of Oregon seems to have, had some carry-on effects here, but what I think is a main reason is that Throwables have been playing so well. I think RMIT Black didn't expect them to, hit them this hard, and suddenly this looks like it could all fall apart, and RMIT Black have just not had the time to wake up. They have to do it now, otherwise Throwables are going to walk away with it.
I think he summed it up perfectly. RMIT did not have a clue how hard they were going to get hit by Throwables here. Skonic to find OJ as well. I mean, that is unfortunate to see. Losing OJ so early on the Finker. If it was Vinny, he probably wouldn't be dead. Let's be honest, he's a Finker goat. But a big pick for Throwables to find. That's put them in a good position. It really has. Axe Hydra, though, is going to equalise at least to take Pika off the board. So that's some clutch potential now removed. But all the same, still 4 big operators left for both sides. Again, it's still anybody's game spot.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has
Axe Hydra goes down to the shotgun. It will be the man himself. He's got that shield to play with, and he's packing it up. He's heading home. Going back towards the site, I assume. Sonic's in tow. The dynamic duo, who have been doing all the killing so far, are going home. But will they be caught out by Vinny here? He's already in theater. Sonic's is being careful. He's holding these stairs, which is good for him, but a step too far and his head could be ripped right from his shoulders here. Both players now looking for the peak, but Sonics will get the better of him. He downs Vinny, and 2v4. It's almost here, boys. Throwables are set to take this.
Throwables definitely look very good to take this, but I know we were saying, could they, maybe, will they? But I think it's starting to turn into they look good too, and they most likely will, unless NDB and Jin can really do some huge things right now, and I mean huge. They still have to go through not only a 4-man roster, an Echo is in play, OWEM with the shotgun is in play. It is quite scary. Skonix is going to be the first casualty of war, but there's the FO12 going to work for OWEM. The man himself, the king of shotguns, a member of the Church of the M590. He closes things out. Throwables 3 maps unanswered by RMIT Black, who started with the map advantage. They get nothing for putting in all their hard work from the depths of the lower bracket spud. Monash Throwables have come and clawed their way back to the top, and they are your Uni League champions.
It was a close game for Oregon and our second map, Villa, but that was undisputably in the hands of Monash Throwables. 7-4. RMIT not able to take a single attack round during that time at all. And yeah, what can we say? Monash Throwables, they've done it once, they've done it a second time. They are now 2021 champions. They've won Season 1 and Season 2.
say, Spud, it was unfortunate that we saw Throwables go into it without the map advantage. Then RMIT have said map advantage. RMIT don't win a single map. First two, pretty much max OT. Final map, the first map that we didn't see go to OT was 7-5 in favor of Throwables. Now, we are going to be getting Owen in here for a couple of quick questions, ladies and gentlemen, to talk with the champion himself. We are going to get him in momentarily and have a quick word with him. So I do believe he is coming. We will just wait for him to come on through. Now, we are going to wait for confirmation, obviously, for him to come on through. But all the same, Spud, huge amounts of games so far. I mean, as I said, going into it with a map advantage, expected RMIT to at least get one map against Throwables, but they didn't get any.
Yeah, look, I'm just not sure what happened there. RMIT have traditionally been so overwhelmingly good, and something just went wrong today for RMIT. I think they just weren't prepared for the level of competition that Throwables were going to bring, and it was a high level of competition indeed.
Well, Spud, we do have Owen ready to come on in, and we are going to talk to him momentarily. He's going to come and join us in the booth. Congratulations is in order, Owen. Now, first of all, again, congrats. You've done well.
Thank you.
First question, obviously, tonight, for your games, Owen, you started things off down a map. You then go on to win all three. Was that expected, or did you expect a little bit more fight back from RMIT?
Honestly, we were kind of expecting to get slapped around. Like, we came in with the mindset of, all right, boys, it's been a fun time. Let's just have some fun. And we just played it like ranked. Yeah. And
undeniably,
I think that sort of prevailed,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, undeniably, it wasn't exactly the slapping you kind of expected. I think the slap went the other way around. But tell us about Oregon. Were you expecting RMIT to push you so hard in Oregon, which we know is one of your best maps out there?
Yeah, I was expecting to like get that Oregon map and then sort of have it close or like get like slammed back on like Coastline Villa, but no, like they played incredibly on Oregon. I had my doubts about us around OT, but I think we just went for it. I think we rushed on max OT and they just weren't expecting that. Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I mean, the play style that you guys brought tonight was definitely, I think, something that, RMIT definitely didn't seem ready for. You guys definitely did. It seemed like almost different Throwables. Would you say, Owen, that it was different for how you played the majority of the season? Because obviously losing to them the first time in a more strategic way. Do you think throwing strategy out the window and taking it to them as that, ranked style gameplay, do you think that's what got you the win tonight? Or do you think that they just maybe weren't playing their best this evening?
Yeah, I definitely think that sort of ranked play style was the way to go. Like, because with the strategic holds, like the strats are pretty good default strats, but there's always like holes that we're not aware of. But when we're going for that ranked play styles, like the round is decided by about the 30-second mark, and I think we tried that against Swinburne, and they just were not ready for it either. Like rushes every second round, spawn peaks, and just swinging everything. Like that sort of play style, I think, it does pop off when you don't scrim too much and barely play rank together.
So I have to ask, it was really, really close on Villa and Oregon. What changed on Coastline? Why did you suddenly run away with it 7-4?
We kind of realized when we're trying too hard to play by these default strats I kind of threw at them, like, hey, we played this last split in CL with F5, let's run this. Like, we just kind of got walked on, and then we started running at them, swinging everything, rushing everything, and that just went off. So it was like, let's keep that up. Let's just keep rushing and keep swinging. Yeah, and that just went off.
Final question that I have for you, Owen. As a member of the church, a man that has been inaugurated, do you think the amount of shotgun play from yourself tonight was enough? Because personally, I didn't see enough. I didn't see sledge attack shotgun. And I was quite disappointed from your end of the thing. I know we saw the FO12 to close things out on Coastline. I know that was there, but There wasn't enough shotgun. Why was that? Come on.
I don't know. Like, I think they just played really well, and every time I went on those skill shotguns, I was just shut down really badly, and Chef and Waz were just, not. I wasn't hearing the end of it. Like, after every map, like, it's just, I'm getting screenshots in the chat of me getting roasted, and just like, please, I'm just getting slammed here. Like, just let me be, man. Yeah, lost my confidence a bit, and let Pika do the swinging. Yeah.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, despite losing that confidence, I think, you guys definitely did not lose the championship. This is the second season. You guys have won the championship, so that's 2 in a row. Congratulations once again. And I think that is all we have time for. If you don't have any further questions, Proto?
Oh, good. Congrats, Owen, and forward it on to the rest of the boys. Very well done,
Thank you for your time.
And we will maybe see you next year.
All right, bye-bye.
See you, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote for our evening here in this best of 5. We have seen Throwables walk away with it in, I would say, style. 3 unanswered maps from RMIT. Now, before we leave, a few sort of housekeeping things. Next year, make sure you tune in to the next season of the Uni League, because they are going to be back as per usual. And I would imagine, based on what we saw this season, the teams are going to be bigger and better than ever. Shout out as well. Make sure you all go and check all of the AEL socials, AUE Esports League on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as YouTube. Make sure you, follow the Twitch channel that we're currently on for all of the Uni League updates.
And of course, who can forget our brilliant sponsors who have made this all work. We have Chatime, of course, our iced tea partner. They've been given the naming rights, and for good reason. They are definitely the best out here. Predator, of course. Predator Gaming is our gaming PC partner for AEL. AOC, our monitor partner, making sure that we can all see those nice pixels for those sneaky pixel angles and headshots. Indomie for their beautiful, beautiful noodles. They are obviously the best out there. And of course, RIG, our headset partner, giving us what it takes to win. So a big thank you to all these sponsors for making sure that we can do this, and that we can do this again next season, next year, and hopefully even bigger and better.
Bud, I'm very excited to see what the teams can bring out in the next season of the Uni League. This one has been an absolute blast, though, and it's always a pleasure to come and provide you guys with the coverage of the matches. But that is going to be it for this evening's match of question. And again, a massive congratulations to the Throwables boys. And they reign supreme again once more over RMIT Black. Other than that, it has been amazing. Spud, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I have had a blast. I'm sure you have as well. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening. Congrats again. We'll catch you next season. Good night.
All right.
Before we're done.
From classic iced tea flavours like peach or mango to exotic lychee or pomegranate, you can enjoy your Chatime any way you like. Chatime, shaking tea up.
Before we're done.
I live my life on the run. I say I'm not giving up. I may be living alone, but I still believe in love. In a similar way, I feel I'm losing my conscience. Traveling for days without my knowledge of provenance.